I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right.
From the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminat, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminat, produced by Barry Laminat, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminat. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Ooh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. And this is episode number 893 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello. Hi, how are you? Hope you're staying warm wherever you are. Hope things are going well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you made it through Freeze-Ageddon. Hold on, my door's open. Hold on. My wife will be like, why are you screaming the whole time? Yeah, she does that. Hope you made it through, man. Hope your house is okay. Hope your cars are okay. I hope you're okay. I hope your family's okay. I hope everything's okay. I hope you just got cold, maybe some snow. Otherwise, though, hope things are good in your neck of the woods. Over here at the Laminack household, we're good. Everything is fine. We're warm. We're safe. Everything is, as Jenny's mom would say, hunky-dory. So check in. Let me know. Let me know if you're good. Let me know how you made it or if you made it. And because, I am concerned. I honestly do give a shit about each and every one of you. So let me know. And I wait patiently with bated breath. So check in. Roll call, if you will. Let's see what, Jesus, thank you. Jesus said, all good here. Good to know. Terrence is checking in and good to go as well. Glad to hear it. Let's see. Hold on, my gosh darned it. Computer is acting a dang fool. Go figure. Trying to get my slides in here. Oh, there we go. All right. I don't know why it has to act like that. It has to act like a butthole. There we go. Okay, cool. So, busy show today. Couple of things before we get rolling. First things first. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. No show yesterday, and I'm sorry about that. We were off on Tuesday. We had a show Monday, no show Tuesday, and we were supposed to have a show yesterday, back in the saddle, but I got a call from Joe George, ESPN 97.5. They asked if I could fill in, if I would do a show with my old co-host when I was at the station, Joel Blank. And, of course, I said yes, happy to do it. And so that's what we did. I filled in with Joel. We both did the show remotely. I was at my house. He was at his house. And it was a rocking good time. I had fun. So if you tuned in, thank you. If you tuned in and enjoyed it, even better. But that's why we had no show yesterday. Tuesday, it was just straight up. I was just skipping work, just skipping school. But yesterday, it was, just going and, helping them out and getting some reps on the radio, staying relevant in the market. And it's good for the career. Plus, it's always good to work with Joel and be back on the radio, if but not for a day. Or no, is it if but for a day? Yeah, if but for a day. So that was why. But today, we're back. We're doing it. Plenty to discuss as we roll into the weekend, our final show of the week. And I know you think I forgot. Oh, Oh, what did the horse say? Nay, I say, I have not forgotten. You Patreon members, that's right. All of my Patreon members that support this fine show. All of you guys out there that support this raggedy ass show and make sure it stays on air and make sure that it keeps going. You'll get your private hour today. I'm your private dancer. So yes, we are doing a private hour today. I don't know if it's going to be one of those, we do a 3-hour show and then another private hour, or if we do like a 2-hour show and a private hour. It might be a 2.5-hour show and then another private hour. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. We'll see where the wind takes us, but you will get your private hour today, Patreon members. So fear not, everybody. Your boy didn't forget, which is good. We're doing good. I think we've hit it every week so far this year. It's like 3 weeks. I don't know why I'm so proud of that. Maybe because I shit the bed on it so bad last year. So tons to get to today. We've got headlines. We've got the NFL Conference Championships coming up. Baseball Writers of America can suck a fat donkey nut. We're going to get to that. They voted on the Hall of Fame. Thank God Billy Wagner's finally in. We're going to talk about him getting in and actually his dominance statistically and why he should have been in a long time ago. We'll talk about Ichiro getting in, CC Sabathia and some others, and really the problem with baseball writers. If you tuned in yesterday, you heard some of this when Joel and I talked about it. You heard my opinions on it, but we'll get into it a little bit more. Please don't mind the hair. I need a haircut. We'll talk about a couple of media spats. Listen, Daddy don't get these chins by not eating. I'm not a vegetarian. I love a good beef. I love a good media spat. I love a good media beef. And, everybody knows me. Make it a double. Yeah, anything. Shots, drinks, hamburgers, make it a double. Media beefs included. And there's a couple of media beefs going on right now that I wasn't aware of until show prepping today. So we'll get into that and maybe some video goodness as well. So plenty to get to. Let me check in the chat. Again, please let me know that you're okay. Please let me know that you made it okay. I see FJ's in. What's up, homie? Good to see you. And FJ wasn't the first one in. I don't, let's see. FJ was first on Twitch, but AJB was the first one in. He was the first one in on getting his tubes tied on YouTube. So I don't know why I say that. That doesn't even make sense. I guess because I call it the tubes. Anyways, so AJB was in first. FJ was a close second, but he was in early. And Jesus got in early. What's up, Jesus? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Hey, Killian Music is back, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, you better be careful. You're making this a habit. You do this a couple more times and we go together, buddy. Okay. So AJB, Jesus, Killian, and FJ are in. PB Dubs in the building. What's up, homie? Who else? AJB letting us know it's cold at the crib. Hell yeah, it is. Yep. AJB said he's good. How about you? Everything's fine here. FJ said, can I come out of my cave now? Yeah, I'm not built for this, bro. Donna checked in on YouTube. My sweet, sweet Donna. Love you. Thank you. Jesus said he was good. That's good to hear. Terrence is good. Donna said she was good to go, which is nice to hear as well. I would be mad as shit if this storm messed with my sweet, sweet Donna. Donna also said, great job with Joel. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. It's fun. It's nice. I meant what I said. I talked about it quickly on the radio, and I really don't understand it. Like, it's weird to me that in 2025, more radio stations have not moved to all remote radio. Like, I mean, literally this microphone, this boom arm, I have a mixer and a computer. You could do the entire, for less than $500 or around $500. You could, set up an in-home studio and sound fine. That little headset that I was using and stuff that to connect to the Comrex, that's nothing. But like this audio sounds way better than the headset I was using yesterday to connect to the radio. But you could use this and just do radio. I don't understand why in 2025 they don't do that, but it's neither here nor there. And it's not just me picking on ESPN 97.5. That's in general. So, what up, Uriel? Streak is alive, baby. Hope everything is good on your end and at the house. Amos, what's up, Big Pimpin'? Good to see you, man. Amos said, all good over here. My dogs that never saw snow before refused to go outside for a day, but everything's good. Yeah, my niece, was it my niece? Somebody took their dog out to use, I think it was my niece, took her dog out because somebody sent a picture. And she took her dog out to go to the restroom. And that dog stepped in the snow once and was like, and just pissed on the sidewalk. Nope. Not doing it. See, again, another advantage of cats. Just saying, you ain't gotta, you know who didn't have to walk outside and take a dog for a walk? Me. Now, I will say Nora did, one of our cat, Oliver, for those of you that know, the star of the show, Oliver, he loves to go outside. Nora takes him out in the backyard all the time. He goes out and he eats grass. He chases bees. He's been stung by one before. His face swelled up. It was hilarious. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, like he loves to go outside in the backyard. She puts him on a leash. And, they go outside in the backyard for a while and kick it. She was like, I'm going to take him out in the snow and see what he does. You know what he did? He walked out there. A snowflake hit him in the face. He freaked the fuck out and he ran inside. And that was that. I was like, well, you should have known he's a cat. Cats ain't built for snow. You think what are you doing? He's not a snow leopard. He's a fucking cat. He's a domesticated cat. What do you take? You don't take a thundercat out in that bitch. You took a pussy cat. That's literally. He's a wussy cat, a pussy cat, a chicken shit cat. Like, yeah, what were you thinking? Oliver literally, when he meows, he has a lisp, and he doesn't walk, he prances. Why would you take that cat out in the snow? What moment did you think that cat was all of a sudden just going to man up and be like, yeah, let's get it, Mom. Let's get out there, 22 degrees. What made you think that he was going to turn into a goddamn pit bull all of a sudden? It's weird. Dub said my dog absolutely loved it. Nice. Dub said we all know he's gay. He's not. He's just sensitive and he's sweet. He's got a little sugar in his tank, but he ain't gay. Yeah, Dub said my dog. What kind of dog do you have, Phoebe Dubs? I'm curious. I bet you it's a big dog. I bet you it's not like a Chihuahua. Because that's what my niece has. That's the one that pissed on the sidewalk, that Chihuahua. They already shake anyways. You know what I mean? You already got a Chihuahua on the side. They're already just... they already like shake and they're cold and they have anxiety. And then you take them out in like 18 degrees and they're like... Ain't working, bro. Ooh, Weimaraner. Oh, dude, those are badass dogs, man. Those are badass dogs. For those of you, I'm going to pull one up. And those of you that have never seen a Weimaraner, oh my God. Those dogs are amazing. Yeah, those are badass dogs. Check them out. I mean, and also, look, I say they're badass. Obviously, it depends on, is it a full-bred Weimaraner? Is it a half-breed? Is it, a mutt? You know, because everybody claims their dog is a full bred or whatever. And not everybody has a full bred. You know what I mean? Hey, what the fuck was that? Wrong button. Nope, calm down. If you weren't here for the start of the show, you missed it. I'm sorry. We sat on the corner and did dope. You don't get it twice. I meant to click that button right there. That's a Weimaraner. That's a Weimaraner right there. Oh, look at that bad boy. Majestic as fuck. That dog looks like it was built for snow. Look at that dog. Now, again, you know, it's majestic looking. It looks like that dog would walk out and be like, I got your bitch. That's what it looks like. It looks like he would walk out and say that. But again, you know, it depends on the breeder. Some people might have this dog and he's got a cockeye and, you know, he's bow-legged in the back, not the front like a pit bull, like, in the back. You know what I mean? And like when he walks, one of his legs swings out and shit, and he's like, yeah, I'm a Weimaraner. What's up? I'm pretty. You're like, no, you're not. Got a hump in his back in the wrong spot. So, but I imagine Dubs ain't like that. BB Dubs is probably like clean. Yeah, Jerry Taylor said it looks like a cross between a Dane and a Whippet. But what the fuck is a Whippet? I mean, I know I did some in high school, but I didn't know that was a dog. I've done Whippets before, but I didn't know that was a type of fucking dog. There's a dog called a Whippet? Let me see you whipping. Don't. Okay. Oh, shit. That's crazy. It doesn't look like a cross between. You know what it looks like? It looks like the cross between like a lab and maybe like a Great Dane in the chest. Actually, you know what it looks like? It's chest. It's kind of got a Doberman Pinscher chest. It's kind of got a Doberman chest with like a Labrador face. That's what it more looks like to me. It looks more like a lab Doberman mix. Not no fucking Whippet, bro. What the bro, I just pulled up a Whippet. Let me see you whip it. Oh. Man, bro, what in the fuck is you talking about, bro? Nah, son. That's not even close. If you would have said Greyhound, maybe. But nah, son. All right, let me to be fair, let me find a Whippet straight on. That maybe is more of a stance like that. Bro. Son. Nah, son. What is you talking about? This motherfucker's shaped like a cheese doodle. Bro, he's shaped like a cheese puff. This motherfucker is a Whippet. He's shaped like a cheesy poof. Nah, bro. Let me pull up a Doberman. Doberman Pinscher. I hate when they do that, when they're like, Pinscher. Now, he doesn't have the body, like a Doberman's body is like triangular, but the chest is what I was specifically talking about. It reminded me of that. Let me see if I can just find a Doberman standing like that. Jeez, no, of course I can't find one now. I can find a picture of a Doberman standing every other way except that now. Bro, that's Whippets. Those are ugly as shit. Look at his face. Who's got cheesy boobs? Oh, that's some funny shit. I learned something new today. You gonna learn something new today, folks. Always learning shit on Barry on Deck. You done learned about Whippets. And not the illicit, illegal kind, Twitch. Don't shut me down, assholes. I can't really find a good photo that mimics that stance. Is this one? Fucking no. Ugh. Man, there used to be a good follow on Instagram. Yeah, I can't really find one, yo. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't find one. There used to be a good follow on Instagram called Ruby Doo. Like Scooby-Doo. Her name was Ruby. Oh, there she is. Oh, this is the most dopest. If this doesn't make you want to get a Doberman, you're dead inside. Like, dead. This isn't really the photo that will do it. No, that won't do it. But look at this pic. Amos said I like mutts, they live longer. Most American breeders inbreed too many times. Yeah. So does Alabama. Okay, but we still let them vote in the elections. So I don't know. Mark said, ever heard of a warlock? Yeah. I'm a level 30 paladin, bro. Yeah, of course I've heard of a warlock. I know a ton of them down at the LARPing convention. Every time we meet once a month. No, ever heard of a warlock? It's a mix of a Great Dane and a Doberman. I met one. It's a fucking 150-pound Dobie. What? I mean, Mark put it's a mix between a Great Dance and a Doberman. What up, Brian? Good to see you, buddy. Which I would love a Great Dance with a Doberman. But I know what you meant. A warlock? Okay. Now I've got to have this in my life. Jesus Christ. Warlock dog. Oh my God. A warlock Doberman? Oh, them sons of bitches is scary looking. Their face is huge. Those are the kind that look like when you see oh my God. Let me see if this, nope, can't get that photo. Let me see, open a new tab. That's too small for the chat. Oh, here we go. So this is a Doberman and a Warlock Doberman side by side. I actually kind of like, oh, look at the chest on them sons of bitches. They got bigger pecs than I do. And you can't tell the difference right there. They're not standing up. Them some bitches got bigger titty meat than me. God damn, I gotta sit up straight. Also, Jared Taylor, I saw your remarks about my beard. You can go have sex with yourself. Jerk. You know what? It kind of, you know what this looks like? If their coats matched. I mean, that's a bet. That warlock, the warlock's on the left. If their coats matched, this kind of looks like before I got a Nugenics, I was a big old fat slob, and now look at me, I'm lean and mean. This is like a before and after for Nugenics or some shit. Ozempic. I mean, he kind of just looks fat and out of shape. That's why his tongue's hanging out. The guy on the right's all in shape. He's like, I'm good. Does you want me to guard something? The guy on the left's like, it's fucking hot, man. Bro, you're not doing anything. I'm sitting here, aren't I? I could be laying down. That's how I feel sometimes. Just sitting up, I'm like, can we lay down? It's tiring just sitting here. Jesus Christ. Woo! I'm so tired. What are you doing? I'm sitting here. It's hard just holding my body up. Yeah, that's some bitch on the left. He looks out of shape compared to the dude on the right. The dude on the right is just rocked up. Yeah, the one on the left is a big boy, but the one on the right, that's some bitch is scary. But here we go. This is so that's the Weimaraner. There's the Whippet. And then what the fuck happened to the one I wanted to show you? Where'd it fucking go? Oh, here it is. All right, so this was the one I wanted to show you. And then we're going to get started with some sports. Now that we're way off track. Thanks to you guys. Brian Pettit, I appreciate that, man. Brian said, I texted the show yesterday that you was on. I guess Joel didn't read it. Take it, Brian. I guess Joel. He has control of the text line, Brian. I'm just a guest on that show, so I used to. Oh my god, I just spilled that shit everywhere. Used to, Brian, when Joel and I had a show together, I used to run the text line. He hated it. My, how the times they have. Oh, hating ass Joel. My, how the times they have changed, folks. Joel used to fucking hate the text line. Maybe it was because I only read the text that came in that talked shit about him. I mean, that might have something to do with it. I don't know. If there was a text that came in that was like, I really love Joel, I'd be like, delete. And there'd be a text like, fuck Joel. I'd be like, man, let me read this one. This text says, fuck Joel. He'd be like, I hate you. Yeah, I'm if it didn't get read, I apologize. Need to test that dog for PEDs. Hell yeah. That on the right, that dog on the left needs to be tested for HEBs because he's done ate too many groceries. So, that sucked. All right, here's the dog that, boy, if this don't make you want to get a damn Doberman, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on, let me get this winder back up here. I think this is actually Ruby Doo. That's Ruby Doo. Look at that sumbitch. Look at it. Look at that good girl. Oh my God. Bro. That's a badass dog, man. That is a badass dog, bro. Look at her. Oh, let me, man. I'm telling you. That I've already wanted a Doberman anyways, but when I saw Ruby Doo, I was like, yo, that's crazy. And the Instagram, the Instagram page for Ruby Doo was like, she was like so well trained. Oh, here it is. This is Ruby Doo right here. Look, here's the Instagram page for Ruby Doo. Ruby Dooby Doo. So here's there's Ruby right there. I was right. Ruby Doo. Look, there's the photo. There's Ruby right there. Ruby's most iconic pick. She passed away in August of 2022. But I guess that's Ruby's replacement. But like Ruby back in the day, man, she was a good dog. He had her doing like all kinds of tricks and shit. But this is, I guess, the new one. And he trains them, man. He does all kind of shit, but it would take forever to. Oh, look, this was one. Oh, here you go. That was a pic he did with her. Look at the chest on that fucking dog. God damn, that's a big old barrel chested Ruby Doo. Yeah, that was a badass dog. Oh, Ruby was. Let's see. And this dude's like a uber talented photographer too, but he would always take pictures of Ruby. Let me see. Yeah, that's a dope ass pic too. Where was it? I guess, yeah, these are like super old now. It's going to take forever. Oh, there's another one of Ruby. Snoop Dogg. That's hilarious. It's funny because people were like, oh, I can't believe you let your dog smoke. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. I can't believe he let his dog smoke. That's just not healthy for them. Some people are just so cruel to animals. It's like, man, would you shut the fuck up? Yeah, that dog was really smoking a blunt, you dumb fucks. Okay, I can't find any more photos of Ruby because there was some really good ones. He keeps just recycling them. I guess because of his new dog. Oh, look, he threw him a treat. All right, yep, whatever. I don't see it. Mark said I prefer the unclipped ears. Not me. I like them big old pointies. Them big old pointy ears, man. I love Joel, but he is a cranky old man. I think he just gets sick of people. Trust me, I'll say this. If you had to put up with the amount of criticism and bullshit that comes with doing a radio show every day, you'd probably get cranky too. I'm just saying. And as you get older, you do get crankier, obviously. But I get it. I mean, I get it. I don't want to, I do want to defend him. He's my friend, but I understand what you're saying, but also it's a lot of bullshit that you got to put up with. It's a lot of shit that goes along with doing a radio show and being in a market. And so I get it. Because people are assholes and they hide behind their keyboards and all that. What up, Rudy Rod? What up, old man in Seattle? What up, Tony? Good to see you, pimp. Whoa, what's up, pimpin'? All right, let's get to some sports. That's enough tomfoolery. We got shit to do, folks. Let's get to some headlines and get this party started. Come on!
Heck yeah!
All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Josh Allen, Mimi! What's up, memesters? How you doing, sweet thing? Justin, the Swinny Poo is in the building. Holy shit, the gang's all here. Oh my god. The gang is all here. Good to see you guys, man. Thanks for being here. Captain Pope! Holy shit. Captain Pope, thank you for the gifted sub, my friend. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. And I don't give a damn. Some point, Captain Pope, we're going to have to get you a promotion. You got to get you out of captain and make you a... What's after captain? General? We got to get you to General Pope. I don't know. What is after captain? Admiral? Is it Admiral? We need Alec here. Alec would know. POTUS? No. Major. Oh, okay. Rank. Let's see. Military rank in order. There's a lot. Enlisted rank, officer rank. Just a lot. So there's like army rank. What is captain? Which one would that be? I always thought that was naval, right? Isn't captain Navy? Is it not? Is it not Navy? Let's see. Officer insignias. Let's see. There's general, brigadier general, colonel. There's captain. Yeah, Navy. There's a Coast Guard captain. There's a naval captain. Nope. There's a captain in Army, captain in the Marine Corps, captain in the Air Force, and a captain in the Space Force. That still just sounds so stupid. I'm sorry. The Space Force sounds so stupid. What a dumb name. But I get it. That's where it is. Space Force. God, it just sounds weird. It does. Space Force. Okay, so yeah, it's if you were in the Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, or Space Force, what follows captain is major. So, Total Dallas said Tennille. Captain and Tennille. Gotcha. So Cece's right. She said major. So is Terrence. Of course, our military folk know what's up. And then, yeah, in the Navy, it's Rear Admiral, lower half. And that's the same thing in the Coast Guard. So yeah, there you go. We got to get you promoted to Major Pope. Yeah, we got to get you up to Major Pope. Definitely got to get you to Major Pope. Captain Pope said I'm a ship captain. Oh, no shit. No shit. He said, but like a pirate. No military affiliation for this captain. Think Sparrow. Oh. It's in all branches. Captain Crunch was definitely in the Navy. Well, I swear to God, I was thinking the same thing. I really feel bad for Captain Crunch. I really do. That sumbitch never got promoted past captain this whole time. He's been fucking around this whole time. Just, he can never going to be a Major Crunch. And that sucks for him. But that's just Big Cereal holding him down, I guess. What is a COD? Call of Duty, CC. Tony said I was all of those in COD, CC. CC says, what is the COD? Tony's like, Call of Duty. Mark said it's a fish. CC said, I don't speak nerds. Sorry. Yep. FJ said they also got those ranks and gangs. Not that I know. Oh my God, that's so funny. Mark said his Total Dallas on YouTube now, so he can't get timed out. I think so. Oh my God. CC said, Mark, if you pay here, I can go time him out on both. The conspiracy is real. That's hilarious. Oh man, Seattle has a point. I think Pope is already higher than captain. That's true. That's very true. Everyone said they're at sea a long time, Barry. You leave their creepy names alone. My bad. Yes, Donna, I remember Capital Kangaroo. Yes, I do remember Captain Kangaroo. That dude was fucking weird looking. Even back then, Captain Kangaroo was creepy looking. Mimi said Captain Obvious. Oh, that's hilarious. No, Captain Kangaroo was fucking creepy looking. There was never a time when he looked normal. And I liked Captain Kangaroo as a kid. But there was never not a time when you looked at Captain Kangaroo and thought, I don't want him near my kids. No. I'm good. Yeah, he was. One in the chat, if you know who Captain Kangaroo is. One in the chat. I feel like that's like an old school reference for sure. Captain Kangaroo. I mean, some of the old heads. Yeah, Mimi said pedo. Yeah, 100%. Mr. Green Jeans. But like, yeah, it's a very old school reference. Maybe enough of you in here will know who it is. Okay, Jesus doesn't know. Yeah, 0 if you don't know who it is. That's fine if you don't. It's all gravy. You ain't got to know. Ain't nobody judging you. It's just, yeah, it's like an old school. It was like, gosh, wasn't it like around the time of the Great Space Coaster as well? Right? Oh my God, look at all the old heads. Terrence, Chris, Donna, Mark, Cece, Tony, Total Dallas, Mimi, Walt, Droop. What up, Droop? PP Dubs, Amos. Oh, we've got a lot of old people watching this fucking show. I'm surprised we could all figure out how to even get on the internet up in this bitch. The only one in the chat. Put a 0. Okay, so a 0 in the chat if you don't know who the fuck Captain Kangaroo is. So far, just Jesus, which is wild. Jesus knows everybody. Jesus and Justin Swinford. And that's it. It's wild. Mark G said Captain Kangaroo was definitely white people shit. Oh, well, Amos knows who it was, and so did Walt. So suck it, nerd. Man, listen, I'm telling you, bro. He came on around Great Space Coaster, Reading Rainbow, around all that shit, man. That was, them was the days. Oh, Chris said, I don't know that Captain Kangaroo was producing new episodes when I was a kid, but reruns are on. No shit. Yep. See, look, Amos is the first thing that came on before Saturday cartoon started. Yep. And I'm with you on that. I was watching it in the 80s. That's exactly right. Mark said I'd watch Captain Kangaroo and Bozo the Clown back to back. Jesus said I was poor and living in Mexico, no cable. Really? That's not what I read. I read Bethlehem. Okay. That's my bad. Captain Tap said, I'm black and I loved Captain Kangaroo. And he's a captain too. That's crazy. We got so many goddamn captains in the chat. We got Taft. We got Pope. This is wild. We got all the captains up in here. We used to have Cowboy John in the Mont. Oh, no shit. That's weird. Cowboy John. Was that your version of Captain Kangaroo? Did he look as creepy as Captain Kangaroo? I doubt it. There's absolutely no way. And I mean no way that you could convince me that Cowboy John would ever look as creepy as this. There's no way. There's no way you could convince me that Cowboy John would look that creepy. Nope. Bro. I mean, that's nightmare shit right there. That's some nightmare shit, folks. Look at that. Yeah. I'll get you a little bit of that. Get you a little bit of that before you go memes. Huh? Yeah. Let that be the last image you see before you close your eyes. That's fucking nightmare fuel. Captain Kangaroo called children young people. Donna said, no, he was handsome. Mark said, damn, he had the Edward haircut before it was cool. I think PB was the Captain Kangaroo of my generation, Chris said. Oh, okay. That's Solar Dollars, but with a better haircut. Tony, you're such a dick. Captain Underpants. Oh, Mimi's killing it in the chat today. This is fantastic. Oh, so Captain Pope doesn't know who Captain Kangaroo was. FJ doesn't know. Uriel Villanueva didn't know. Justin Swinford doesn't know. That doesn't surprise me. Justin's a young buck. Look at his avatar. Look at that. Look at that young baby face. Look at that sweet little precious. Look, he's actually testing the milk in this bottle before he drinks it. That's how young Swinford is. Look at that. That picture was taken yesterday. That's how young Justin Swinford is. He's warming up a bottle. Droop said that's a terrible picture. That's his picture, bro. That's on IMDb. That's the IMDb picture. What are you talking about? Terrible picture. That's the fucking IMDb picture. It's not like I went out and found the worst photo I could of Captain Kangaroo. That's the one that they put on the fucking series. That's just... Some of the dolls and shit on that show, the like puppets and shit, at least Mr. Rogers wasn't like creepy. I mean, bro, look at... Okay, I see it. As soon as I pulled this up, I saw it. Tell me if you don't see it, chat. I'm about to take a Captain Kangaroo doll. I'm going to put it on the screen. Okay? I'm about to take a Captain Kangaroo doll. I'm going to put it on the screen. Tell me when you see it. All right? Tell me when you see it. You'll see it. One in the chat as soon as you see it. One in the chat. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Droop said, hell, I'm 36 and I know who the captain is. Chris said Mr. Rogers' puppets were creepy. No, they weren't. I didn't think they were creepy. Dave said that motherfucker was coked to the gills. Who, Captain Kangaroo or Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers was on downers, bro. Mr. Rogers was on Percocet. Captain Kangaroo, he was definitely on coke. Adderall, all that. All right, here you go. This is a Captain Kangaroo doll. I fucking knew it. I knew it. One in the chat as soon as you see it. You ready? You ready? You ready? Here we go. One in the chat as soon as you see them. It. What? Jesus Christ, I knew it. I knew it. What in the dick nose chin balls shit is this? What in the fuck is happening right now? If you don't, FJ, you better stop it. I see the subliminal messages going on here, Captain. I see it. Hey, kids, come here and put your balls on my chin. I know what's going on. Put your little pecker right here. It's the same size and everything. I know what's going on, Captain. You're not fooling nobody. You weirdo. This is just creepy as fuck. God damn it. What kind of nose is that? One Deep. What's up, One Deep? That is the creepiest shit ever. My God. Mommy, what's that on the captain's nose? I have one of those down there. Son, we're getting you a Raggedy Ann doll. And Raggedy Ann and Andy doll. This is... Jesus Christ. Mom, Uncle Frank touched me on my Captain Kangaroo nose. What? He did. Uncle Frank touched me on my Captain Kangaroo nose. Okay. That's it. No more Captain Kangaroo for you and no more Uncle Frank either. I'm calling the cops and we're canceling cable. This is fucking ridiculous. What's up, Tyler? Good to see you, man. We're just looking at creepy Captain Kangaroo dolls. We got way sidetracked. We were doing headlines and I don't know how the fuck we got here, but CC said turn the pic upside down. Well, I see balls on his chin for sure. How can I rotate this pic? Is there a way to rotate it in the browser? I guess I could just save it and then post it. Man, I wish I could rotate it in the browser. Is there a way to do that? No. Let's see. Open image in new tab. Let's see. Copy image, open image, inspect. Search with Google Lens. No thanks. I'll just put this in Canva. That's what I'll do. I'll just throw this bad boy in Canva real quick. Okay. Nope. That was too much. That was a little aggressive. Oh, man. This is super creepy, man. I'm going to fucking have nightmares tonight from this. Like, for real, for real. Jeez Louise. The fuck is this? All right. And then rotate this bad boy. How the fuck? Let's see. Position. Rotate. 180. I don't know what I'm looking at here. All right, Cece, I'm gonna export it. You gotta tell me what I'm looking at here. Sweet thing. Okay. Here, hold on. Let's see. Download. Shoot. Shooby-doop. Shooby-dooby-doo. Done. Download. All right, give that a second. It'll download, and we shall be ready. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. I still don't know what that is. Why is the doll reaching into its back pocket? It's getting a condom. It's getting a condom. Cece said, JK, I didn't see anything. I was just wanting to see if you do it. How many did it? Damn it, Cece. Damn it, Cece. Alec, what up, man? Good to see you, brother. Oh, you sent it? Finally, bro. Finally. Let me see. Download. We're doing it anyways, Cece. Damn it, you done made me do it. We're doing it. I don't give a shit. You know what I actually saw? It kind of looked like alien antennas. That's just kind of what I saw. Just see alien antennas, right? Yeah. Just like little alien antennas there. I guess that's what I see. That's what I see. That's about it. Not much else. Not much else. Yeah. It's super creepy though. Oh my God, it's so creepy. It's the worst. All right, let's get back to our sports headlines. We are way off track, people. Focus! Focus. Alec, where'd you send it? Tell me where you sent it, Alec. Also, good to see you, Pippin. Hope you're doing well, sir. All right, let me put this. Get rid of this creepy man. Get him off my screen. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Captain Pope, thank you, sir, for the 150 bits. Captain Pope had a question, and I want to answer it because it's a damn good question. Before we get into these headlines, where'd it go? Skirt. Damn, it was way back here. Fuck. I can't find it. I can't put it on screen, but I will read it for sure. Jeez. Where the fuck was it? Here was the question. Captain Pope, thank you for the 150 biddies. First of all, sir. Barry, making a Frito pie for lunch. That's about the extent of my cooking. Do mature adults eat Frito pies? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Mature adults eat Frito pie. I eat Frito pie. I don't think there's anything wrong with eating Frito pie. Now, if that's all you eat, if you become the type of adult that's like, that's all I'm eating. If you go to let's say you go to like Ruth Chris, and they're like, sir, here's a $700 steak. And you're like, no, I want a Frito pie. Like, you're like a fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like, you take a kid to like a fancy restaurant. They're like, I want chicken nuggets. And you're like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You have chicken nuggets all the time. We're at a nice, no, I want chicken nuggets. No matter where you take a kid, all they want is chicken nuggets and grilled cheese. It's like, we're not there. We're at the fucking Olive Garden. Chicken nuggets. Well, fuck tough shit. Eat a breadstick and shut the fuck up, Carl. You're not getting chicken nuggets. But Frito pie's fine, bro. Nora and I are probably having Frito pie this weekend. At some point, we have Fritos. We have chili. We have cheese. And I chopped the shit out of an onion. I mean, they didn't have shit in it, and I wasn't like, get out of here, shit. But I chopped up a whole onion, and we have some left. So, yeah, we're having Frito pie this weekend. Ain't no big deal. But, I mean, we have it like, once every 3 or 4 months. We're not like, well, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. It's Frito pie day. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little much. What about people that order French fries as their side at a nice steakhouse? Thank you for the 100 bits. That is a little. I'm not gonna say because the question you asked was, do mature people eat Frito pie? So I won't say that ordering French fries at a nice steakhouse makes you not mature. Getting chicken nuggets and shit, that would, you know what I mean? Like that's, but getting fries at a steakhouse to me has nothing to do with your maturity level. What I think it more signifies to me is your, the level of sophistication of your palate and your overall sophistication in general. I know that sounds kind of snobby. You know what I mean? One, it is palate related, but two, I don't, unless you're super eccentric, I doubt very seriously if you find a person that lives in River Oaks, they're probably not ordering French fries with their steak. Now, you find somebody that lives in, oh God, what am I going to do here? Oh, fuck. A trailer park in Alabama. They might be getting French fries with their steak. It's just two different levels of sophistication. It has nothing to do with their, maturity level. It just, they like what they like. There ain't nothing wrong with it for sure. It's just different levels. Because when you have steak, yo, Jen! What up, sis? Good to see you, sweet thing. Thank you for being here. We miss you, but I hope you're good. What up, Mina? Good to see you, man. Part of a steak and the experience of a steakhouse, right, is if you're at a really good steakhouse, if you're at a steakhouse that is an experience like Ruth's Chris, and I'm not talking about Outback, okay? I'm not talking about you go to Outback or Saltgrass. That's not what I'm talking about. So I don't want you to think that that's what I'm talking about, because I don't consider those fancy steakhouses. So if you go to Outback or you go to Saltgrass and you get a steak with fries, more power to you. That's great. What I'm talking about is a place like Ruth's Chris, is a place where it is a dining experience and there's no prices on the menu. Everything is a la carte. You're not leaving for less than $150 to $200 per person. type shit. And it's like a 7-course meal. The portion sizes are smaller than your fist. You know what I mean? Like they're literally, but you know, if you ordered French fries, then it's a little sus. Chances are though, if you're a French fries guy, you're probably not going to those steakhouses. Like I said, unless you're super eccentric. But those places, having a steak with the sides, it's all an experience and it's all meant to work together. You know what I mean? Like it's all meant to go, like they'll have a steak with some sort of like maybe an asparagus that's been cooked a certain way in a certain style and in a certain, like maybe a marinade or something that complements the steak, kind of like a wine, right? So, and then they'll have a starch, whether it's, you know, some sort of a potato or whatever. And it's also cooked a certain way that complements the asparagus and the steak. And those won't even be served at the same time necessarily. They'll have a salad that preps your palate for this. Like it's a whole goddamn experience, and every single part of the meal is tied together and they all complement your palate. So, or they're meant to anyways. So that's why I say, yeah, sometimes if you're just like, hey, y'all got any French fries? They're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that's all. Total Dallas said, thank you for the 100 bits, Total Dallas. My niece works at Steak 48. She just said people order fries as a side often. I don't even know what the fuck Steak 48 is. Steak 48. Fine dining restaurant. I never heard of Steak 48. That's cool. No, I don't want to use my location, you jackass. Oh, yeah, that looks fancy. Oh, fancy. Oh, yeah. First thing you do is make a reservation. I think I may have taken Nora there. Is there one up here in the Woodlands? Let's see, locations. No, there's just one in Houston. Okay. There was a place up here in the Woodlands. I took Nora for our anniversary once that looks a lot like Steak 48 on the inside. But I mean, yeah, okay. I'll say this. Donna said very high end on Westheimer. I feel like what you, Steak 48 is, I'd call a nice steakhouse. Yeah. Asparagus with Hollandaise, scalloped potatoes or potato lyonnaise. Yeah. So Mina is a chef. I think he's understanding what I'm saying. He's picking up what I'm putting down. Coming from someone who cooked at a steakhouse, we didn't care if you ordered fries. They were actually easier to order. And what I think you see a lot of times in these cases is, you know, people like Nora and I would go to a place like this and you might see us order French fries. And that's why people do it all the time, is because we're not necessarily sophisticated, but we're splurging on a meal one time at a place like that, if that makes sense. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. Yeah, maybe there are millionaires who get French fries with their steaks all the time. I just somehow don't think that's the case. I could be wrong. Maybe there's just tons of uber wealthy people that love French fries with a $200 steak and a $400 bottle of wine. Could be wrong. Thank you guys for the hype train. What's up, 300 biddies? You guys are the best. You guys is the titties. Terrace, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Jen, thank you for resubscribing. 35 months, you're the best, sis. All right, here's your sports headlines. I swear to God, we're going to get to these at one point. Here's your sports headlines. These are pretty easy. Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, all among the folks that are MVP finalists for the Associated Press. They are the Associated Press MVP finalists, if you will. Let me see here. Where is the full list? Here's the article. Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson are finalists for the Associated Press's 2024 NFL Most Valuable Player Award. Barkley, Burrow, and Jackson all are finalists for Offensive Player of the Year, and Burrow is in the running for Comeback Player of the Year. Winners will be announced at the NFL Honors on February 6th. A nationwide panel of 50 media members who regularly cover the league completed voting before the playoffs began. Here are the finalists in alphabetical order for the 8 AP NFL awards. Let me share this so you can all see it together. Most valuable player, Allen, Barkley, Burrow, Goff, Jackson. Zoom in here a little bit, make this a little easier to read on your screen. Offensive, let's see. Yep, Offensive Player of the Year, Barkley, Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson are the finalists for this award. It says Jamar Chase won the receiving triple crown, leading the league with 127 receptions, 1,700 yards, and 17 touchdowns. Henry was the 2020 Offensive Player of the Year, 1,920 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns. Here's your Defensive Players of the Year. Eagles linebacker Zach Bond went from mostly playing special teams for the Saints to earning All-Pro honors. All-Pro edge rusher Myles Garrett. Bengals All-Pro edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. Broncos All-Pro cornerback Pat Surtain II. Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't even know why they made it. I mean, really? Raiders tight end Brock Bowers, bless his heart. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels. I mean, just stop the list. Giants receiver Malik Neighbors. Broncos QB Bo Nix. Jags receiver Brian Thomas Jr. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean, Rams defensive tackle Braden Fisk, Eagles corner Quinyon Mitchell, Dolphins edge Chop Robinson, Rams edge rusher Jared Verse. Yes, Coach of the Year. This one's going to be an interesting vote. Detroit's Dan Campbell, Minnesota's Kevin O'Connell, Denver's Sean Payton, Washington's Dan Quinn, and Kansas City's Andy Reid. This might be the toughest award of them all, I would say, to figure out. It's got to be. Got to be. It's got to be. It says Campbell got to the Lions 15-3, the NFC's number 1 seed. Kevin O'Connell, it says Connell, but it's O'Connell. Connell led the Vikings to the playoffs despite losing Kirk Cousins in free agency and rookie quarterback JJ McCarthy to a season-ending knee injury in training camp. Peyton up the Broncos 10-8 overcome salary cap woes stemming from the decision to release Russell Wilson and ended a 9-year playoff drought. Not to mention what he turned Bo Nix into not just a viable NFL quarterback, but I think impressed everybody. Dan Quinn took over a 4-13 team and turned the Commanders into a 12-win playoff team. Andy Reid had the Chiefs 16-2 back atop the AFC as the number 1 seed in a quest for a 3rd straight Super Bowl victory. Bruh. You can just fucking skip that Andy Reid bullshit. You can miss me with that. Assistant Coach of the Year, Bills Offensive Coordinator Joe Brady, Eagles Defensive Coordinator Vic Fangio, Vikings DC Brian Flores, Lions DC Aaron Glenn, and Lions OC Ben Johnson made the list. Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow, Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold, Chargers running back J.K. Dobbins, Patriots corner Christian Gonzalez, and Bills safety DeMar Hamlin are the finalists. Look, Alex said justice for Bucky Irving. Neighbors didn't do anything. I would be mad if I were you too. Fries only work with Whataburger spicy ketchup. That's a whole ass debate, Total Dallas. Honestly, that's a whole ass debate. I'm very much a believer in condiments have to stick to their own. You don't cross condiment. You know what I mean? You don't cross, like, I can't eat Jack in the Box hot sauce on Taco Bell tacos. I can only have it on Jack in the Box tacos. Can't put Taco Bell hot sauce on a Jack in the Box taco. Doesn't taste the same. Doesn't taste good. I can't dip McDonald's French fries in Whataburger spicy ketchup. Doesn't work. It just does not work. Can't do it. Now, like Cece, like I'll make my own mayo with Tabasco. We'll make Nora and I have started making like sriracha. Shout out Mod Pizza. We'll put sriracha in ranch or sriracha in mayo. Yo, that shit is so good. But yeah, like when it comes to condiments, nah, you can't dip that shit in. Can't dip that shit in a. Yes, you can. Yes, you can open a Jack in the Box taco. Nora does it all the time. You're gonna tell a Mexican woman she can't open a taco and put hot sauce in it? Good luck, bro. Good luck. Let me know how the stitches go on your stab wound. Good luck. All right, let's vote. Let's vote. Who you got, chat? Who you got? Everyone call it. Call your shots. I'm calling mine. Oh, where's my notebook? Nora gave me this fancy notebook. It's called a Rocket Book Fusion. Okay? It's got this pen. It's a real pen. I'm a real boy. It's a real pen. It's a Fusion Pilot Friction Gel Pen. And this Rocket Book Fusion, it's an erasable notebook. So what you do is you write in it, you take your notes, and they have an app, and then you take a picture of the page, and it stores it in your digital notebook. And then you just take this and erase your notebook. I mean, you can do like so many pages. Like it's just got like drawings and shit. It's crazy. So we're going to try it. We're going to see today. Here's my notes. Does it not just have a fucking notepad? That's all. Oh. Okay. There we go. All right. MVP. Who you got? Alex said Lassiter greater than DeJean. Is it DeJean or Dijon? DeJean? I don't know. Look at CC. Jen, is that really you? I know, right? All feels right in the world with Jen back. Total Dallas said Barkley, Lamar, and Josh Allen. Racist. Heartthrob! What's up, big dog? Thank you for the 45 bits, Heartthrob. He said, hey, fam, checking in from the flu-stricken side of town. This sucks. Hope y'all are good. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Drink lots of fluids. Drink lots of fluids. Okay? Drink lots of fluids. What else? Get you some, what is it? Nora said something for the flu. Crack. Yeah. Get you some crack, buddy. You won't even know you have the flu, man. Good luck, homie. Fight it. Fight the good fight. All right, we're picking our awards. We're doing it all live in the chat. Tequila. All right. Most valuable player. Who you got, chat? Your choices are Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson. Who you got? Here's your numbers. Allen helped the Bills win their 5th straight AFC title. He threw for 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a 101.4 passer rating. Ran for 531 yards and 12 scores. Barkley ran for 2,005 yards, 8th best total in history. Sat out Philly's final regular season game where he needed 101 yards to break Eric Dickerson's record. Barkley helped the Eagles win the NFC East and advance to the conference championship game. That doesn't matter, though, because that doesn't factor into the regular season voting. Burrow led the NFL with a career high of 4,918 yards passing and 43 touchdowns, but Bengals finished 9-8 and missed the playoffs. Goff threw for 4,629 yards, 37 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, led Detroit the number 1 seed in the NFC. Lions were eliminated in the divisional round by Washington. Again, doesn't matter because this is a regular season award. So you don't take into account what these guys have done in the playoffs. I know Barkley carried the Eagles to the conference champ. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I know Lamar got beat by Allen in the playoffs. Doesn't matter. Actually, Mark Andrews beat Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. Yo, what up, Booker Chew? Good to see you, pimpin'. Hope you're good, fam. Hope you're good. Hey, what area of the country are you in, Booker Chew? Because where we're at, it's cold as fuck. I mean, we're in Houston, or I'm in Houston, so I hope you're warm. Allen, just because I don't think Lamar wants it. I think Lamar wants it. Lastly, Lamar Jackson, the reigning winner, is seeking his 3rd MVP award after leading the Ravens to the AFC North title. Jackson had career highs with 4,100 yards passing, 41 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. 119 passer rating, which led the NFL. First team All-Pro for the 3rd time. Ran for 915 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ravens were knocked out of the divisional round. Alec is still pissed about Malik Neighbors. Neighbors is trash. I don't care. Irving deserved it. Best rookie running back in the draft. Yeah, but he's not winning rookie of the year, though, Alec. You're basically fighting over 2nd place. Jane Daniels is the NFL rookie of the year. Period. Like, it doesn't even matter. It does not matter. You're fighting over who's going to be the first person everyone forgets about. Honestly. Because it's Jane Daniels and nobody else. Nobody else. Booker Chew said, oh, you're in Illinois. Okay. But I'm going out of the country Saturday. Oh, where you headed, pimp? Where you headed? I mean, Daniels is winning it, but Neighbors, they ride that man's jockstrap and dude his buns. I like that. Dude his buns. That's hilarious, bro. Mark, you do have a new buddy. You do have a new Bears buddy. Look at this. We're making Bears. It's a new club. It's like, I'm going to the Philippines. Nice. Look, we have a new, it's like the Astros used to have the Astros buddies. You get like a little pin. We've got the Bears buddies, the Barry on Deck Bears buddies. Join now, kids. You'll get a Barry on Deck Bears buddies lapel pin, a Barry on Deck Bears buddies coloring book, and Barry on Deck Bears buddies. You'll get a Barry on Deck Bears buddies beanie baby. Collect them all, bitches. Fucking. That's fantastic. All right. God, I'm having a tough time with this. Oh, and the backpack. My bad, Donna. That's a lot of B's. The Barry on Deck Bears Buddies Beanie Baby backpack. Bitches. Oh. Mark said, ever since Sean Hates Stuff disappeared, I've been alone. That's true. Sean just said, fuck it. Hartown said that needs to be the next batch of swag out for Patreon. I know I'm working on the swag. That's got to be in there. No LSU Tigers slander. Don't get timed out on your first day, homie. It's not his first day. Book and Chew actually raids the show all the time. Don't Bears buddies get sausages? Not Bears. A bratwurst in your backpack with your Bear buddy beanie baby and a button. Holy shit. This is fantastic. The Barry on Deck Bears buddies beanie baby backpack bratwurst and button. This is fucking insane. Oh my god, this shit always happens on their show. That's why I love their show so much. We do the silliest shit. Okay, I don't know. Everyone keeps saying it's Lamar, it's Josh, it's Josh. I don't think it could be Joe Burrow. You can't win the playoffs. You can't win the playoffs, or you can't miss the playoffs and be the most valuable player in the league. You weren't that valuable. You weren't valuable enough to get to the playoffs. Right? Here's how I evaluate it. Here's how I would evaluate it, right? So we can skip Burrow. What would the Bills do without Josh Allen? How good would they be? How good would the Eagles be without Saquon Barkley? Would they still have made the playoffs? Would the Bills still have made the playoffs? Would the Lions, and it's tougher with the quarterbacks because they're quarterbacks, right? They're quarterbacks. And I think that's a little tougher. And I think that's why with Barkley, could the Eagles still win without Saquon Barkley? Look, he carried that team in a lot of ways down the stretch. I mean, he's single-handedly, you saw it in the playoffs, but he put his team on his back. I mean, we've all seen the clip now. There was the close-up where he looks at Jalen and says, watch this, and then runs for a game-clinching, touchdown where he just puts him away. 78-yard scamper, and he's like, that's it. That's how dominant Saquon Barkley was and is this year. But you've also got to give credit to the Eagles O-line and the play calling. And could that Eagles off and the Eagles defense, and could that Eagles defense still have eked into the playoffs without Saquon? It's very possible. Now, maybe they don't win the division. Maybe Washington does. But Dallas wasn't great. The Giants were awful. And it's possible that the Eagles still could have made the playoffs. So I can't leave Saquon in the conversation. To me, it comes down to Goff, Jackson, and Josh Allen. And a lot of people have just left Jared Goff out of the conversation completely. And I mean, you look at his numbers, he threw for more yards than Lamar Jackson, less touchdowns. He had more interceptions, but his team's record was the best in the NFC. And I want to say the best in football. No, the Chiefs had the best in football, but this best in the NFC for sure. Yeah, 15-2. Okay, so the Chiefs and Detroit were both 15-2. That's right. Best in the NFC, tied for the best record in football. Lamar Jackson and Baltimore were 12-5, Buffalo 13-4. So that has to account for something, but it's obvious when you look at Jackson and when you look at Allen, what they bring to the table. Jared Goff does not. The ability to also run the ball and beat you with their feet at the goal line, when you need a first down, in so many other ways other than throwing the ball. And there's a ton of value in that. And so I think that's how you eliminate Jared Goff. So then this is how and why it comes down to Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So Allen had 3,700 yards, 28 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson had 4,100 yards, 41 touchdowns. So what? 400 more yards, almost 470 more yards, right? 4172 minus 3731 equals 441 more yards passing. Geez, the touchdowns weren't even close. 41 minus, what did I say, 28? He threw for 13 more touchdowns. He also threw 4 interceptions compared to Josh Allen's 6. So they both had really low interception totals. Josh Allen had a QB rating of 101. Lamar Jackson, he had a 119. Jackson ran for 915 yards and 4 touchdowns. Allen ran for 531 yards, but he ran for 12 touchdowns. So less yards, but yards don't win games, points do. So he had 8 more rushing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson did. But here's where I would say, to me, why I'm giving it to Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is the MVP because Lamar Jackson had possibly the second best running back in football behind him that at times also carried that team and had the ability to change a game and win a game for you several times, and did several times, and was a difference maker on that team. Now, does that mean if Lamar Jackson goes out and it's Derrick Henry and whoever else that the Ravens win 13 games? No. But let's think about something. When Derrick Henry was in Tennessee wasn't great. They didn't have great quarterback play, but they were still a menace. They had good defense, and they still won games. I mean, Vrabel was still effective with Derrick Henry and quarterback play because they would defend well and control the ball. But if you take Lamar Jackson, if you take Josh Allen off the Buffalo Bills, they don't have a Derrick Henry. They don't have a clear-cut co-star. The Ravens have a clear-cut co-star. There was talk early in the season about Derrick Henry being a perennial MVP candidate. No one else on the Bills roster was ever mentioned as a potential MVP candidate other than Josh Allen. Ever. No one else was ever mentioned as potentially having a shot at a rushing title, as being the most dominant running back or whatever at their position offensively in the league besides Josh Allen. So to me, and it's been stated numerous times, that Josh Allen's a different guy. And if you think about it, he lost an elite receiver in Stephon Diggs. So that would be my argument for Josh Allen. At least the Ravens still have a 1A in Derrick Henry if you lose the value of Lamar Jackson. The Ravens still have a chance to win some games and possibly make the playoffs. The Bills? You like the Bills' chances without Josh Allen? I don't. So to me, that's value. That Bills offense is not the same without Josh Allen. But that Ravens offense could still be effective just giving the ball to Derrick Henry over and over. Every once in a while, you just slant route to Zay Flowers. And hell, you could still spell Derrick Henry. And they had an effective 1-2 punch in the run game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that Lamar Jackson is not great. I'm not. But as far as pure value to their team and looking at how great their team was this year, I got to say Josh Allen wins the race for value. So there's my argument. So let me know in the chat who you got. I see Chris said, so Sean hates the show now. Yeah, I mean, as the bit goes, yeah, but I don't know. People just get busy and, life gets in the way. And so they stop watching. Some talking heads said co-MVP. I wouldn't. Not now. I think there's a way to make a clear-cut case for one of them. I don't think this is a case when you really start to look at it like we just did. They said that run cost me $200. Damn. Payne is the only person who can miss a whole season that should have won the MVP. If the Eagles didn't have Barkley, the Cowboys would have gone undefeated. Hey, he told Dallas. Tyler said all teams would have been good playoff teams except the Bills, so it's Allen. Aaron J. Bryan said Lamar Jackson on the tubes. Respect. Walt said MVP is always weird because clearly Jaden Daniels is the most impactful to his team this season. You get no argument from me. When you talk about value, how much value does Jaden Daniels have for the Commanders? A ton. But they're not giving, and if ever there was going to be a season to give a rookie MVP, God, if it's not now, then when is it? If you're not going to give a rookie of the year and MVP this season, you're probably never going to do it because, my goodness, Jaden Daniels has just been unbelievable. But they're not going to do it. They weren't going to do it. They're going to give him Rookie of the Year, pat him on the butt, and say, be happy that you got that kid, and your time will come for an MVP. Because that's how they do this shit. It's bullshit, but it's what they do. They've always done this. The media has always done this. It's not their turn yet. They'll get their turn. You know what I mean? There's great players, and every great player gets their opportunity at an MVP. It's kind of disgusting, honestly. It's kind of gross. Because to me, my beef with MVPs has always been the V. People always lose sight of the word value. I think there should be 2 awards. I've said this a million times into a microphone doing this job. There should be a new award added to every sports league. There should be the most valuable player, and then there should be the best player award. You can call it whatever you want. Like in basketball, you could call it the Michael Jordan Greatest Player Award. In football, you could call it now that he's retired, the Tom Brady GOAT Award. The Walter Payton GOAT. Whatever you want. The Jim Brown GOAT Award. I don't care. It'd have to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes down to me as the greatest football player of all time. Has to. In baseball, it could be, I don't know, who's the greatest baseball player of all time? Fuck. And don't say Babe Ruth. I swear to God, I'll time you out. And as much as I love you, it's not Jackie Robinson. He the most impact on the game is Jackie Robinson, but he doesn't go. I don't believe he goes down as the greatest baseball player of all time. Pure baseball player. That's got to be like a Mike Trout, when he's healthy. Right now it's Shohei Ohtani, but he's still playing, so you can't. But somebody like that, right? But Mike Trout's still playing. Griffey's not bad. Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb, but he was kind of a dick. Well, that's his reputation at least. But something like that, right? But have a GOAT award and an MVP award. And then I'm good. Because all we're really doing is giving a value award to great players. And it's not the same thing. It's never been the same thing. All right, OPY, Offensive Player of the Year. On your list, you've got Barkley, Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson. Who you got? Raleigh Fingers. Dubs, if you don't sit your ass down, your Raleigh Fingers ass. Oh, you got, chat. Your Offensive Player of the Year, your OPY. The Pete Rose Trophy? Yeah, right. Your Offensive Player of the Year. Is it Barkley, Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, or Lamar Jackson? So everybody's saying Barkley. And I don't disagree with you, but I'm going to play devil's advocate in a second. But I want to see what Walt said. I always like what Walt says. Walt is like the old sage in the chat. He doesn't say much, but when he does, it's always very poignant. Walt said, same as the no MLB player deserves 100% of Hall of Fame votes, BS. But that's for another time. Yeah, that is such bullshit. Walt, I get so fucking mad at that. Yeah, and we're going to get to that too. Tyler said devil's advocate is Chase. You're not going to like my answer, Tyler. Nobody's going to like my answer, obviously. And let's see. Amos said Derrick Henry's effectiveness was based on if Lamar kept the ball or not on the RPOs. So Lamar is actually more important to his success. I don't know. Derrick Henry was pretty good when he didn't have Lamar Jackson. I mean, I don't know statistically. Let me go pull up stats. Regular season. Derrick Henry had 1,921 yards. He was a 2,000-yard rusher in 2020 with Tennessee. Yeah. He ran for 2,027 yards in 2020. That was when Will Levis was his quarterback and Mason Rudolph. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's now. Hold on. What the fuck am I doing? That's not. I thought I clicked on that year. What are we doing? Let's go back here. Hold on. Let's see a year there. 2020. Tannehill. That was with Ryan Tannehill was his quarterback. If you can run for 2,027 yards and Ryan Tannehill is your quarterback, I think you're pretty good at carrying the rock. Well, I know you're only talking about this season, but my point is his effectiveness. I mean, he was still pretty effective. But you're right. I don't want to discount the fact that, yeah, in the RPO game, you got to be like, oh, shit. I don't disagree with you in that. It's a different wrinkle on how you run Derrick Henry. But granted, he didn't have a great year last year with Tennessee, but the year before he had 1,500 yards, and then 2020 he had 2,000. Year before that, 1,500. So it was pretty good. He averaged 5.4 yards a carry in 2020. So Uh-oh.
SHUTITTD.
Shut it, Total Dallas, CC says. Goodbye. Oh, Total Dallas said, gig 'em Tannehill. Oh, I'm here for that. But you know who ain't? Total Dallas got timed out. Goodbye. See you when we see you. Hey, what up, Cisco? Y'all remember Total Dallas? I miss you so much. Oh, God. Oh, that's hilarious. Poor Total Dallas. That's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, what up, Cisco? Hi from High. You're never late when you're here, buddy. Never late when you're here. Joe Pro, what up, pimpin'? Damn, still a bit of snow in the deep, dark woods. Yeah, we still have some in the shade over here, too. That's so funny. You nailed it, Terrence. Terrence said, and the countdown begins on Total Dallas being timed out. Yep. He knew right away. He knew right away. Joe Bro said, Mark G, I've been bundled up like a bitch in the Barry on Deck Bears Buddies book club, burying my brains in a beer barrel. Oh, fucking Joe Pro won the chat today, folks. God damn. Somebody buy that boy a bottle of Budweiser. That man just fucking killed it, Joe Pro. That was fantastic, man. Oh, that was great. Oh, that's so great. Dub says, is that the first time out of the year? Oh, hell no. Oh, Joe Pro, that was fantastic. Somebody print that and frame it in the Chatter Hall of Fame. Oh, that was great. CC's going over to YouTube to time out Total Dallas over there, too. All right, I'm going to make my case here. Now, you guys are going to say I'm crazy, and I get it. That's fine. Okay, call me crazy. I'm just playing a little devil's advocate here for you, okay? Because I asked you, who's your offensive player of the year? And pretty much unanimous in the chat, save one or two. Tyler said Saquon. Mark G said Saquon. Nasty Nate said Saquon. What up, Nate? Mr. Nasty, if you're nasty. Peepy Dub said Saquon. Old Man of Seattle said Barkley. AJB said Barkley. Total Dallas. I miss him so much, said Saquon. My sweet Donna said it's either Barkley or Henry. Okay. Amos said Jamar Chase. Tyler said that the devil's advocate is Jamar Chase. Yeah, you guys are not going to like what I'm about to say then. What up, Drake? Good to see you, Pimptastic. Jumper said, all right, see y'all next week. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Listen. If you have a guy that makes the list that also happens to be a literal coin flip for MVP because of the numbers he put up, 4,100 yards, 41 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, leads the league in passer rating. Not bad for a running quarterback who, by the way, almost rushed for 1,000 yards, which I'd be curious to see how many running backs didn't rush for 915 yards in the league. Now, he only had the 4 touchdowns rushing, but guess what? When you get down to the goal line, guess who you're giving it to? Derrick Henry. You're not letting Lamar Jackson run that ball. You're giving it to Derrick Henry, which is a beautiful thing because you don't have to get Lamar Jackson injured. Unfortunately, the Bills are like, well, Josh, you're gonna have to. You're our fullback, halfback, quarterback, 3 quarters back, $1.50 back, get your change back, all the backs. But when you have a guy that puts up those kind of numbers and you're having a difficult time deciding if he should be the MVP or not, but he doesn't even get a mention for Offensive Player of the Year, that's pretty interesting to me. I find that hard to believe, in fact. I think at the very least, he should be considered for Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar Jackson had 915 yards rushing. That's good for 20th in the NFL. Here are the running backs that Lamar Jackson had more rushing yards than: Devon Achane, J.K. Dobbins, Breece Hall, Jaden Daniels. Well, he's not a running back, but he had more rushing yards than Jaden Daniels. Tyron Tracy of the Giants, Ramondre Stevenson, Brian Robinson Jr., David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, Tank Bigsby. I mean, folks, these are all legit running backs that he had more rushing yards than. I mean, and attempts-wise, let's see. Attempts-wise, Lamar Jackson had 139 attempts, for example. 915 yards. Devon Achane had 203. Lamar Jackson had 139. Devon Achane had 60 more rushing attempts than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson had 8 more yards than him. Lamar Jackson averaged 6.6 yards per carry. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. By the way, it leads everybody on that list. Everybody. Yeah, nobody on that list. Saquon averaged 5.8, Henry 5.9. Now, granted, they had 345, 325 attempts. So it's easier to average more when you have less. But the dude still put up 900 yards rushing in only 139 attempts. That's how dominant his run game was. J.K. Dobbins had 195 yards or 195 attempts and 905 yards rushing. That's how good J.K. Dobbins is. So, yeah, Lamar Jackson was dominant on the ground. Would I give it to Lamar Jackson? At the end of the day, no. But I wanted to make the argument for Lamar Jackson and why he wasn't included. Amos said, how many games did those running backs miss? I'll show you. Here it is. Lamar Jackson is 20th on this list. 17 games, 915 yards. Devon Achane, 17 games, 203 carries, 907 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 13 games, more carries than Lamar Jackson, though. 195, 905 yards. Breece Hall, 16 games, 209 carries to 139, 876 yards. I mean, look, Tracy, 192 carries over 17 games. Like, it's not like these cats had less carries than he had less carries than all of these people he's ahead of until you get to Algier with Atlanta. I mean, now you got to get down here to Charbonnet until, they've had about the same amount of carries and Lamar still just crushed him in yards. So I'm not suggesting that Lamar Jackson should be the Offensive Player of the Year. but it's wild to me that it's not even considered. But yet it's so close in the MVP. But at the end of the day, I do give it to Saquon Barkley. And the reason I do is because how do you not reward a guy who could have broken the single season rushing record and just didn't because he's not a selfish player? He just decided, you know what? I'm just not going to play. I'm just going to sit out and do what's best for my team. I've proven my point. I don't need to go out and embarrass the Giants as much as I want to and as much as he could have. But I'm just going to chill. We all know what I could have done. It's pretty ballsy. But I don't want to risk getting hurt. My team needs me for the playoffs. And boy, did they. And boy, did they. And it's a good thing he rested because he had the clinching run to get them to the AFC title game. Or yeah, the NFC title game. So it doesn't matter. That doesn't factor into the Offensive Player of the Year award. But boy, oh boy. Isn't the award an AFC, NFC offensive? Nope. It's the, it doesn't look like it. It's the Offensive Player of the Year. There's your candidates right here. Offensive Player of the Year. Barkley, Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Jackson are the finalists for this award. Right there. Defensive Player of the Year. I think he was upset on the Eagles' decision. I don't know. Was he? I thought it was his decision too. Defensive Player of the Year. It says Eagles linebacker Zach Bond went for mostly playing special teams for the Saints to earning All-Pro honors in his first season in Philly. Captain Pope said Chase winning Triple Crown and not winning anything is criminal. Yeah. I don't disagree. Triple Crown is great. But understand something. Tyler says, Zach Bond, DPOY, baby. Here's the thing, Captain Pope, about Jamar Chase winning the Triple Crown and not winning Offensive Player of the Year. And I don't disagree with you that it's important and that it should have been recognized. And Captain Pope said, but Barkley's going to get it because he's not winning MVP. Well, Joe Pro said it's kind of is Captain Pope, but dumb writers are going to be dumb writers. No, I disagree. Here's why. We live in a pass first, pass happy NFL era. We live in an era where the passing game exists as the main weapon of choice. Teams want to be able to throw the ball. So I think, in my opinion, it would be easier to win a receiving Triple Crown in a pass-happy era than it would be to break the single-season rushing record or to be in a position to break the single-season rushing record, even with an extra game in a pass-happy era. So that's why I think what he did is so special, because that's not, I mean, look at if this was the 80s, or you know what I mean, then yeah, if this was the Oilers run and shoot in the midst of the 3 yards in a cloud of dust era or some shit like that, it's special. But this ain't that. This ain't that. There's guys, I mean, tons of guys putting up yards. Let's see, passing. There were 6 quarterbacks that threw for more than 4,000 yards. There were 18 that threw for more than 3,500. I mean, let's see, in 2023, there were 10 quarterbacks that threw for more than 4,000 yards. In 2022, there were 9 that threw for more than 4,000. I mean, it is a pass-happy league. So the chances of a receiver doing that, I think, is a lot more likely than somebody rushing for 2,000 yards and breaking the single season rushing record or coming close. I mean, since we can go back to 2015. Here's your rushing leaders since 2015. I'm just going to give you the numbers. 1485, 1631. That was 1485 was Adrian Peterson. 1631 was Ezekiel Elliott. 1327 was Kareem Hunt. That was 2017. 1434 was Ezekiel Elliott in 2018. 1540 was Derrick Henry in 2019. 2027 was Derrick Henry in 2020. 1811 was Jonathan Taylor in 2021. 1653 was Josh Jacobs in 2022. 1459 was Christian McCaffrey in 2023. And then Barkley went for 2005 again this year and probably could have went for 2,106 yards. That's tough to do, man. So, I don't know. I'm giving it to him. Defensive player of the year. Oh, let's see. So you got Zach Bond, Myles Garrett, reigning defensive player of the year at 14 sacks. Bengals All-Pro edge rusher Trey Hendrickson led the NFL with 17.5 sacks. Broncos All-Pro cornerback Pat Surtain II allowed just 37 receptions, had 4 picks. Opposing quarterbacks had a 61.1 passer rating thrown against him. And Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt, 2021 winner, had 11.5 sacks and forced 6 fumbles. Oh, man, in Seattle said, I had to ask Jeeves. Zach Bond would be great, and it's a great story. Going from special teams to all pro. But you know how this works. Tyler, I hate to say it, man. You know how this works. Anybody want to take a guess at who's going to win this? Who's going to win this? Come on, chat. Tell me who's going to win this. Who wins this? Anybody? Nobody gives a shit about defense. Oh, it won't be TJ Titan Hugo. It won't be TJ. Nah. Yeah, Old Man in Seattle said I like Surtain. Yeah. It's pretty impressive what he did. To put up a 61.1 passer rating, just 37 receptions all freaking season. Mark said Kirby. No. Trey Hendrickson is going to win the award. This award routinely goes to the guy who gets the most sacks. It's a sack. That's the defensive stat. Unless you have some phenomenal interception, pick six type season where you're, like what's his name, Diggs did with the Cowboys, and you surprise everybody, and it seems like you're doing it every other week, and you captivated America. Oh, did he get another one? Da-da-da. If you lead the league in sacks and you become that guy, you're probably winning Defensive Player of the Year. Because it is hard to lead the league in sacks. It's tough. Mark said TJ Watt wins this. I don't know. I mean, TJ Watt, 11.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles is really good. I think Trey Hendrickson wins this. I think Pat Surtain II probably should win it. That's who I would give it to. My pick would be Pat Surtain II. Who's going to win it? Probably Trey Hendrickson. But that's just me. And the reason I say Pat Surtain II is the same reason that I said you should probably consider Lamar Jackson. This is the reason why Saquon Barkley is getting Offensive Player of the Year over Jamar Chase. It's a pass-happy league. And if you can hold opponents to 37 receptions, get 4 interceptions, and keep your opposing quarterback passer rating at 61%, yeah, that's pretty dominant. So yeah, I would say Pat Surtain. All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, this is easy. I'm not debating this with anybody. I'm not debating this. This is ridiculous. So ORY is Jaden Daniels. Troy's on the same Bengals team that didn't make the playoffs mainly because of the defense. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. I mean, that was like, that would be like J.J. Watt being on a bad Texans team. You could still win. It's just your team sucked. All right. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Cooper DeJean, Braden Fisk, Quinion Mitchell, Chop Robinson, and Jared Verse. I'll be honest with you, I have no fucking idea. Jared Verse had 4.5 sacks, but led all rookies in quarterback hits, pressures, and hurries. He had 11 tackles for a loss. That sounds impressive. Chop Robinson had 6 sacks, 20 pressures, and 8 tackles for a loss. Kenyon Mitchell allowed 40 receptions and had 9 pass breakups, and quarterback had an 87 passer rating. That's pretty good. Braden Fisk led the team and all rookies with 8.5 sacks, had 51 pressures, 2 forced fumbles and recoveries, 10 tackles for a loss, and 10 quarterback hits. Cooper DeJean was among the highest rated players in the slot, holding opponents to 50 receptions. Quarterback had an 82.2 passer rating. I have no idea. I honestly, no fucking clue. I'm just going to say Chop Robinson because chop sounds like pork chops and I'm hungry. Joe Bro said, oh, Laminate going to put a $2 parlay on this. Genius. Torrey Taylor went for over 4K as a rookie. Tyler, Kenyanamo Bay. Nice. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not picking that. I'll let you guys pick that. So Defensive Rookie of the Year, I have no fucking clue. Coach of the Year. This is a tough one, man. Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings, Denver Sean Payton, Washington's Dan Quinn, and Kansas City's Andy Reid. First of all, fuck Andy Reid. He don't deserve it. No. Dan Campbell led the Lions to a 15-3 record. Okay. Pretty damn impressive. Kevin O'Connell took a Vikings team who had lost Kirk Cousins and J.J. McCarthy and a Sam Darnold team and a Sam Darnold-led team. I mean, he basically resurrected Sam Darnold. And then had the Vikings looking like juggernauts. Okay. What Minnesota did was nothing short of impressive. Sean Payton, what he did in Denver was, oh, Jesus Christ. When you look at what a mess Denver was, And I mean, what were they a year ago? Let's see. Standings. Hold on. Let's see. 2023. Just to give you an idea, last year Detroit won their division and they were 12-5. Okay. Last year Minnesota was 7-10. At the same time, Denver was 8-9. Washington was 4-13. And the Chiefs were 11-6. But they were a plus 77. Washington was a minus 189 in the plus minus point differential. Detroit was a plus 66. Minnesota was a minus 18. Denver was a minus 56. I mean, Washington went from a 4-13 team and a minus 189. Now, this season, here's these teams' records and plus minuses. Denver finished 10-7. They're a plus 114. Kansas City's 15-2. They're a plus 59. Washington goes from 4-13 and a minus 189 or whatever. They're 12-5 and a plus 94. Detroit 15-2. They're a plus 222 plus minus differential. That's pretty good. Jesus Christ. Minnesota 14-3 and they were a plus 100. I think this is a 2-horse race. I think what Sean Payton did in Denver was great. I do. But I still think when you when you pull Sam Darnold off the scrap heap and you lose Daniil Hunter, you lose Kirk Cousins, you draft a rookie quarterback and lose him, so you're down to Sam Darnold to lead your football team, and you go 14-3, no one. I mean, don't get me wrong. No one thought the the Broncos were going to win 10 games. But no one thought the Vikings were winning 14. Everyone assumed the Lions were going to be good. Everyone assumed the Chiefs were going to be good. I mean, no one thought Denver was going to be good, but I think people were stunned by Minnesota and Washington. I just kept waiting for Washington to shit the bed again. So to me, this is a 2-horse race between Kevin O'Connell and Dan Quinn. That's what it comes down to. But I think you have to give it to Dan Quinn. When you take a rookie quarterback, and a team that was 4-13, minus 156 or minus 186, whatever it was, and you flip the script as much as he did. You went from 4-13 to 12-5. Second in your division. I mean, that's a hell of a season. I got to go Dan Quinn on this. I think Kevin O'Connell what he did was amazing. It was fantastic. But the Vikings were decent last year, right? They were decent. Anyways, let's see here. Duplicate. All right, I'm going to put this here. That's 2024. And this is 2023. So this is 2023. Here's the Vikings last year, 7-10, right? They sucked at home, actually. But you can see they were still just a minus 18. I mean, they lost 4 games at the end of the season. It's terrible. But the Vikings were still good. But they weren't great, right? I mean, they weren't good. They were below average, but they weren't terrible. 7-10 is below average, but you're not awful, right? You're just below average. 4-13 is awful. Minus 189. They scored 329 points total. Gave up 518. The Vikings scored 344, but only gave up 362. So you had a defense. You just, weren't great on offense, but you weren't terrible. I mean, 344 is decent. It's not great, but it's... But man, this year, look at those two numbers. Washington gave up 518, scored 329. Minnesota gave up 362, scored 344. Look at this year. Washington gave up 500 and something points last year. They've given up 391, scored 485. Minnesota has put up 432 and given up 332. That's a hell of a flip. Minnesota doubled their win total. They went from 7 to 14, but Washington went from 4 wins to 12. If they would have just doubled their win total, that would have been great too. Going from 4 to 8 would have been great. But to go from 4 to 12, you gotta go Dan Quinn. That's just too good. Yo, what up, Spoo? Gotta go Dan Quinn there. Gots to. All right, last one. I don't give a shit about assistant coach of the year. I mean, if you wanted to, I would probably give it to... You know what? Honestly, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. I would seriously consider Brian Flores for that. You want to know why? This is why right here. Boop, boop, boop. That run right here put the entire NFL on notice that, the Vikings ain't fucking around, and that defense and that coordinator is nasty. And that's when everyone was like, Brian Flores has figured out the West Coast offense. He's the West Coast offense killer. I mean, yeah, giving up 6 to the Giants ain't shit. 23-17 to the Niners, holding the Texans to 7 and beating Green Bay 31-29. That's when everyone was like, oh, shit. Now, look, you got these two. That sucks. But I think that was the moment when everyone was like, well, look out. That was important. That was really important. This hurts. That hurts the argument. That definitely hurts the argument. Giving up 31. That hurts the argument. You know who that helps? Ben Johnson. That really helps Ben Johnson. And it helps both coordinators, honestly. I mean, you can't go wrong with either Lions coordinator. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either Lions coordinator. But Brian Flores deserves some mention because really that 3-game stretch is when the Vikings put the NFL on notice. We're for real. We're legit. Tyler said Brian Flores, Vikings D forced a turnover in like 9 straight games. Yeah. Yep. Mark said end of the year, Vikings defense collapsed. Glenn lost almost every starter and was still pretty effective. Yeah. Oh, that's a great point, Amos. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. You are right about that. Aaron Glenn was playing with a goddamn MASH unit in Detroit. That's a great point. You know what? Amos swayed me. Listen, you guys always think I can't be convinced. Amos just convinced me. It's got to be Aaron Glenn. No doubt about it. What Aaron Glenn did with that defense, with all of those injuries, losing Aiden Hutchinson, and how many injuries that defense had and that whole team had, and shit, you might want to even reconsider Dan Campbell for Coach of the Year, really. But you're right, Aaron Glenn and that defense and those injuries. Great point, Amos. Great point. You've swayed my vote. All right, last one. Comeback Player of the Year. Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, and Bills safety Damar Hamlin. Man. How do you not give it to somebody that momentarily died on the field? It seems like almost stupid if you give it to anybody else. In fact, I don't think you just give it to Damar Hamlin. But I think you name the award after him when he retires. And I know that feels like an emotional thing. And you'd be right. And it is. And it's meant to be. And there's a reason. Do you understand how emotional that moment was? How scary that moment was? The man literally, his heart stopped beating for a moment. The man literally died on the field for a moment. And if not for amazing medical professionals and quick thinking. And for him to not just come back, but to be able to come back to the game and be able to play again. And I get your point, AJ B. I get it. I am not sitting before you with this amazing beard, great hair, perfect nose, and suggesting that Damar Hamlin is a great secondary player. I'm not suggesting that. What I am suggesting is that his story of perseverance, and if you ever have looked for a story of overcoming odds and obstacles and the greatest comeback of all time besides LeBron James's edge up and line, it's hard to beat coming back from the dead, bro. To play the game that you died during. It's pretty remarkable. And I almost said something super inappropriate. And I'm so proud of myself for filtering it. Maybe one day on stage I'll say it, but not now. God, it was funny too. Jesus. Yeah, Eamon said he went from barely making the team last year to a starter. But it doesn't matter. Right? You guys are getting, this is the one time that none of that matters. And I feel terrible. It sucks. Because you know who should win this award? Sam Darnold. That's who deserves it. Sam Darnold deserves the award. Sam Darnold deserves it. But how do you not give it to Damar Hamlin? And I'm not one who usually gets all caught up on the sentimental reasons. I'm not. But goddamn, the dude's heart stopped beating. Can you honestly, can every one of you honestly say you'd ever step foot on a field again? Just think about the PTSD involved in that. And I'm being dead ass serious. And you can say, oh no, that's not, you don't know. You don't know. The fear. Could it happen again? Will it happen again? The doctors say I'm okay, but how do they know? I was cleared to play. Nobody knew this was going to happen. Like, the balls it takes. Doesn't matter how good he was. I'm just saying, man. Nasty Nate said, for millions of dollars? Hell yeah, I would. I hate to tell you this, Nate, but the millions of dollars, quote unquote, they ain't really making that much, bro. This ain't basketball, baseball money. Y'all have I really need to find that video of the guy that broke down what a football player makes. I really need to find it. By the way, I finally found the article that talked about Jerry Jones giving tours of Jerry World and what a distraction it was. I finally found it. I posted it on the Barry on Deck Discord. I put it in the... did I put it under show? Let's see. No, I put it under sports. Did I put it under sports? Sports talk. Yep, I put it under sports talk. So if you're a Patreon member, head on over to the Discord and go to the sports talk channel. And that article that I've been talking about so much about the distraction, the title of the article, it says there is like, you know, is this why they're not winning Super Bowls? And it's a really good read, and it gives you a ton of insight into the distractions that are prevalent and running rampant throughout the Cowboys organization. So go check it out. It's on the Discord for all the Patreon members to peruse. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. By the way, what's Total Dallas? Jimmy Butler, what is the best steakhouse in Tomball? 1, how do you like your steak? 2, would you get French fries as a side? Total Dallas is tweeting Jimmy Butler. That's hilarious, Total Dallas. That is too funny, bro. Oh, that is too funny. All right, so there's my votes. There's my votes. Come back. Player of the year. I'm giving it to Damar Hamlin. You can give it to whoever you want. But I'm giving it to a guy that died. Dre said, dang it, I still can't get in Discord. Message me, bro. I'll send you a bunch of links. You got to read them like really close. You have to pay attention. Usually what you have to do is you have to relink your Patreon account to your Discord account because they get broken. But if you'll just like relink it, you'll be able to get back in. So just send me a message on like Twitter or X or whatever, and I'll send you links to the articles. They're on Patreon, but I have them saved. I'll just send you links and you can read them and get connected back in. All right, I'll do that. Chuck Dare Pookie said no hookers allowed. Joe, bro! $3 parlay on all that mess. You got it, man. Who are we going to put for Defensive Rookie of the Year? Cece said, I just used my last $2 to buy a scratcher. I'll do it. He wasn't $1 million player when that happened. He was a fringe special teams player. Okay. I just used $2. What does this say? Well, or at least the pool I drowned it. What? Kudos to him. I wouldn't have gone back. Me either. Let's see. What does this say? Or Lisa Poo? I don't know what that means. Kudos to him. I wouldn't have gone back. You can stop my heart right now for $1 million. I still think a lot of the Hamlin heart issues was the new Gatorade with the energy booster the NFL used last year. That's an interesting theory. AJB, you drowned in a pool? That's crazy, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Damn, CC won $25. Drinks on CC. All right, who we doing for defensive rookie of the year so I can do this parlay? Mark said I would go back, but I'm a bit of a psycho. A bit, Mark? A bit? Who we doing defensive rookie of the year? I didn't see who all we picked. Who all did we pick? Spoon! Bro, Spoon, I gotta say. Spoon, are you still here? Spoon's looking so sexy. Look at Spoon in his suit, y'all. Fucking Spoon, you sexy son of a bitch. Spoon said Dan Quinn gets it because he survived Dallas. No one thought the NFC was going to be good. Ain't that the truth? Who did we say? Let's see. Defensive rookie. We got. I don't even know. Who are we going with? Shit. That's a tough because I don't really know, nor do I give a shit. That's a tough one. Catapult! Buddy! Sir, thank you for the 100 biddies. Captain Pope said, rank these bald guys with beards. Spoon, Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn. Oh, it's on, pimp. Give me 1 second. Dre said Chop Robinson for defensive rookie of the year. Walt said Jared Verse. Tyler said Quinyanamo Bay, but he's a little biased towards his Eagles, which I get. Let's see. Stingley probably should have gotten a few votes. Yup. Oh no, wait, what were we talking about? Oh, for rookie of the year? No, he wasn't a rookie though. Stingley wasn't a rookie. Let's see. So we've said we've got that's one of each. Quinyanamo, Bay, Verse, and Robinson. Ugh. Rams, Jared Verse, 4.5 sacks. Hits, pressures, hurries. He led all rookies in hits, pressures, and hurries, and had 11 tackles for a lot. Yeah, I might have to go with Verse. That's a lot. Yep. May have to do that. Let's see. Eagles, Rams. Rams defensive tackle. Rams edge rusher. Man, what are Rams? Rams and Eagles. Look at that. Eagles have 2 defensive rookie of the year candidates. Rams have 2 defensive rookie of the year candidates. And the Dolphins have Chop Robinson. I wonder if those guys are going to cancel each other out. And that's how Chop wins. That would be interesting. That would be real interesting. Spoon said, I'm still here. Damn. Aaron said, yes, I did drown in a pool. As a kid, they announced me as dead. Then I woke up a little while later. Yo, that's fucking crazy. Do you remember anything from it, AJB? Do you remember, like, seeing a light or hearing voices? Did you, like, see, like, your dog that had died? anything? Like, that's crazy, bro. Oh, defensive player of the year, Stingley. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'd agree. Hell, Lassiter could have been. Verse was good too, but I like Robinson. Okay. I think DQ and Dan Campbell will definitely do Nugenics for Cialis. I'm biased. Don't pick mine, Tyler said. At least you're honest, Tyler. Thank you. I vote for Spoon. He has a badge and a gun. Smart man, Joe Pro. Dre said, breaking news, Ben Johnson fails physical. Sign Mike McCarthy. That's hilarious. Spoon has done the rankings, folks. Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn, Mr. Clean, Mike Tyson, and then Spoon. Bullshit. First of all, Mr. Clean doesn't have a beard. Second of all, he's got weird earrings. He's out. Amos said AJB from New Orleans, right? The way we were taught to swim, I totally believe him. Let's see. AJB said, LOL, I heard my grandmother's boyfriend talking to me when I was out, but they told me he never came to the hospital. What? That's crazy, bro. So you think he was like praying for you and you heard it? Yo, that's wild. Aaron, that's crazy, man. That's wild. Joe Bro said, I've been dead for 25 years. Temporarily fatal heat stroke in 99. Got lucky, was on a job across the street from a fire station. No shit, Joe Pro. Yeah, that shit ain't nothing to joke with, bro. That heat stroke shit is real. I don't know. I think I'm going to go Verse just because he led all rookies and all that shit. Although Chop might make the most sense just because, you know what I'm going to do? I'll look at the, whoever has the better odds when I'm doing the parlay. That's who I'm going to take. But for right now, I'm going to say Verse just because he led all rookies in all those categories. But yeah, if Chop has better odds, that's who I'll go with for the parlay. Okay, let's get to some other shit. That was good times, fun times. By the way, the other headline I had, Spoelstra told the Heat on Jimmy Butler to get over it, which is wild. The Heat drama is just too much. If I'm any team in the league, I'm not touching Jimmy Butler. Also, fuck the Dodgers. If you're not keeping up with the baseball offseason and the hot stove, get ready. Because the Dodgers are just spending so much money. If you hated the Yankees when they spent money, you're really going to hate the Dodgers. Like, really going to hate what the Dodgers are doing. It's gross. This is what Spoelstra said. He's about the whole Jimmy Butler thing. The point that I made to our team is get used to it. Get over it. This is the NBA life. This is the life we chose. If you think it's going to be predictable, you're really mistaken. The Heat suspended Butler on Wednesday for his, quote, continued pattern of disregard of team rules, insubordinate conduct, and conduct detrimental to the team. Because he missed the flight, including missing Wednesday's team flight to Milwaukee. They're just looking for reasons. Says before the start of Spoelstra's media session, a Heat public relations official informed reporters he would not be answering questions on Butler, a practice that was employed for several weeks during the initial suspension. Butler had just returned Friday from a 7-game team suspension for multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team. So, It's a goddamn mess. One other thing I saw was Sean McVay talking about Matthew Stafford. And they're hoping to get some clarity on what he's going to do. He says, we don't want to have that going forever. I don't think that's good for anybody. I think sooner than later, being able to get the clarity on it. I think there's a lot of love coming from our part. I think there's a lot of appreciation coming from his part. So I think a lot sooner than later is an ideal scenario. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes back and plays with the Rams. My guess is yes. As good as that team was down the stretch. Spoon said it'd be funnier when the Dodgers fell. Dre said I hear Stefan might join. Might join who? Might join who? Yeah, Joe Pro said, I don't care about the Dodgers till late October. Mark said, I hate the Dodgers, but not for spending money. Them's the rules. It makes me hate the Cubs for having a huge bankroll and refusing to spend it. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, we just weirdly don't give a fuck without some shit like that. I think this is great. We're funnier when Dodgers fail. True. Barry on deck. Oh. Diggs. Gotcha. So you're talking about a Diggs reunion, the Diggs brothers. We'll see. That'd be interesting. I would not be surprised by that. I think if they had a chance to play on the same team, they would jump at it. Who wouldn't? If you had a chance to play with your brother, you would do. I wouldn't begrudge him for that. I certainly would not. Let's talk a little bit about the conference championships going on this weekend. And then I want to get it. I did want to get into a quick little spat that was going on online. I guess we're not going to get to the baseball writers other than I'll just tell you that they suck. But conference championships going down. 2 games on the slate. Jan 26, 2 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Your 2 p.m. game. Let's see here. There you go. 2 p.m. Jan 26. That's Sunday, right? God, I'm so behind the times on this. Yeah. No, that's Sunday. Sunday, January 26th. 2 p.m. game is the Eagles and Commanders. Obviously, home game for the Eagles. I hate when they do the bracket like this. It's usually the home team on the bottom, so ignore that. But that's the early game. Late game is Bills Chiefs. Of course, they're going to put Taylor Swift, the Chiefs, on prime time. And this will determine your Super Bowl. Eagles Commanders first. Just taking a look at it. Opening line was 6. Eagles are still favored by 6. Over under 48.5. The money line, Eagles minus 280. Commanders a plus 230. That over under 48.5 has dipped a little. It's now at 47.5. And that might have to do with weather. Let's see if we can get to a weather report. There you go. Game time weather, 39 degrees and partly sunny. Okay, that's not terrible. That'll play. No snow, so that's good. 40-degree weather. That's good football and weather. That's real good football and weather. You got to like that. What's interesting about this is these are division rivals. these are teams very familiar with each other. They've already played twice. They split, but remember now, this was back when, as I was reminded. Let's see here. Where's the box score? Oh, damn it. This was back when Pickett was playing. Where's the freaking box score? Oh, God. It's doing it. It's doing it again. Get over here. There we go. Box score. Put it back. I hate that. So Jaden Daniels in that game, 24-39, 258 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against that Eagles defense. On the other hand, Eagles without Jalen Hurts, he left the game. He was 1 of 4, 11 yards. And Kenny Pickett took over, went 11 of 24. It was ineffective. And obviously. But, I mean, they still held on. 36-33. They kept it close. Obviously, Saquon Barkley, 29 carries, 150 yards. That matters. And that's interesting when you go back to the MVP discussion. Remember when we said, would the Ravens be effective without Lamar Jackson? Could they still run the ball? Well, we saw the Eagles could without Jalen Hurts. Without their starting quarterback, they could still hang. You know? They could still be in the game. That means, it makes you think the Ravens could too, I guess, right? So there's that one. And in this other game, let me see. Oh, well, I thought I had the other game. I thought I had it. Okay, maybe not. I was going to pull that one up too. There we go. God bless it. Here we go. All right, other game. There you go. Jane Daniels was 22 of 32, 191 yards. 1 touchdown, one interception. Commanders ran for 93 yards. On the flip side, Jalen Hurts, 221 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Barkley, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. Seeing a pattern here, folks. Barkley, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think it's safe to say that no matter what happens on Sunday, Saquon Barkley is going to run for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's just how it happens. Probably going to happen. I think the difference will be obviously defensively how the Eagles hold up, what they're able to do. And, does Jaden Daniels keep his poise? Does his rookiness show it all? I think it's going to be a good game. This game here wasn't a full complement game for the Eagles. This 26-18 game was. Now, I don't know what the weather was here. I don't see it. So I don't know if that was like a rainy game or anything like that. I don't recall. 7:15. But let's see. 221 yards passing. 191 yards passing. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this game is going to be close. Both of these games have actually been pretty close. I mean, this was a 1-score game. The other was what, a 3-point game without Jalen Hurts. This is going to be a good game, and it's divisional, which really makes it that much more interesting. These are very, very familiar teams. However, I just think when you get to the playoffs, and look, call me a fool. I've been doing it all year, just thinking like the magic runs out at some point. But I just feel like once you get to the point in the playoffs, this point in the playoffs, you win with 2 things, a defense and a run game. And Philly has both. And I think that's what ends up carrying this team. And their quarterback has been here before. Their head coach has been here before. Players on this team have been here before. They have the experience. Now, somebody in the chat said earlier, didn't Dan Quinn get the Falcons to the Super Bowl before? Yeah, and they had a pretty monumental collapse in the process. So Dan Quinn has been here. He knows. And, you know, maybe it's a fool's errand for me to sleep on this Washington team, but I just feel like with this is the final two teams, I just feel like Washington is the better. I mean, Philly is the better team. And they have the recipe, the playoff recipe for success, which is ball control and defense. So I got to go Philly in this one. Final score. Fuck, I have no idea. I'm going to pull up the Laminator 5000 and see what it says. Let me just fire that bad boy up. Let's just see what it would say. Let's see what it would say. Because I have no earthly idea. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to work. Because I have to run the whole shebang. Yeah, I have no idea. Final score for looking at the two. I'm going to say... I'll go 24-21 Philly. There we go. Final score, 24-21 Eagles. And I know that makes Tyler happy. If Tyler's here, he might not be here. Damn it, if he's not here, I'm going to be so pissed. He's always on me about not picking the Eagles. And then the one time I picked the Eagles and Tyler is not here. Where'd my pen go? Uh-oh. I lost the pen for this goddamn notebook. Well, while I find my pen for this notebook, I'm going to hunt for it. But real quick, before we bounce, I got to say real quick, thank you to Donna, PB Dubs, and CC. Hey, man, thank you guys for the Thankful Thursday. You guys are amazing and kind and sweet and wonderful. Oh, shit! And Jen, I didn't see this Jen until just now. Son of a bitch. Jen, I'm sorry. Jen's on here. She put good to be back today. Jen, thank you for the $10 Thankful Thursday. You're the best. I love you. I already made the slide, though. I'm sorry. She's on here, though. I promise. Jen sent it. I can prove it. But Donna, thank you for the $10 Thankful Thursday. She said, happy Thankful Thursday. PB Dubs sent in a $7 Thankful Thursday. He said, shit, I almost forgot. The rest in peace to the snow. Cece sent in a $2.50 Thankful Thursday. She said, ESPN can pay the other half. Oh, I fucking love you, Cece. You're so goddamn funny. I swear to God. What happened to this fucking pen? I have no idea. All right. Well, I don't know. But thank you guys, man. I appreciate y'all continuing to support the show, man. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Also, oh, shit. We've got to do this. And then we're going to pick the Bills game and get the fuck to the private hour. And we're going to do the private hour. I promise. But we have to do this. Yeah! One! You dirty print canceled. Why did my print stop? I gotta go investigate one. Where's my phone? One. I don't have a shot glass. I do have a shot glass. It's dirty as shit. Hey, Mark, you out? Peace, buddy. Love you. Old man says that I'm not bitter. He's very nice to run the ball at least. Quinn was in Seattle too when the OC didn't give the ball to Lynch. He was the OC? That's hilarious. Hey, Juan, I appreciate you, man. Don't see you much. That's okay. Love you. Still appreciate you supporting the show. Alex said straight from the bottle. What am I, a savage? I'm a savage out here ordering French fries with my steak? No, think so, pal. Hey, Juan, happy birthday, man. Flip said, Feliz cumpleaños, Juanito. Happy birthday, Juan. By the way, that's not Juan Gonzalez that played for the Texas Rangers, FYI. Just so we're clear. We established that a long time ago when Juan first joined. But just so we're clear. But Juan, homie, man, much appreciated. Thanks for continuing to support the show. Thanks for being a damn dirty deckhead. Killian said I was going to ask. No, it's not. Happy birthday, Juan. Much love to you, brother. I hope you get some roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into, buddy. Do your thing, big pimpin'. Happy birthday, big dog. Cheers. Ha! Woo! Oh, why was that spicy? Oh, I know, the dirt. Ugh. I really got to keep a fresh shot glass in this bitch. At all times. At all times. Ugh, that's so gross. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Happy birthday, Juan. Much love, homie. Thomas dancing peanut butter jelly time. Don't forget, we got a private hour coming up for the Patreon members. All right, here we go. Happy birthday, Juan. Much love, big dog. Okay. And by the way, thank you again, guys, and Jen included for the Thankful Thursdays. Love you guys. Much appreciated. Okay. Last but not least, Bills Chiefs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the final conference championship game. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Says Bills and Chiefs have met 7 times over roughly 4 years, building such an intense competitive rivalry that Chiefs safety Justin Reed admitted the Super Bowl champs just assume. I guess that they're going to play. Just assume they'll see Buffalo twice a year. Yeah. This game started off as Chiefs -1. It's now Chiefs -2. What's up, PJ? Bro, we still need to get together. I'm glad you popped in. I totally forgot about that, pimp. Can they both lose? Fuck, I wish. Although I just need the Chiefs to lose so badly. I don't know if Spoon's still here, but if he is, I'm sorry, Spoon. But man, fuck them Chiefs. Seriously. Fuck them. Chiefs are favored by 2. Over-under is 48.5 still. Bills are Bills are a +110. Chiefs are a -130. If you look at the matchup predictor, Bills are a 54.6% probability of winning. Weather in KC for the game, 33 degrees and partly sunny. So weather should not be a factor there either. PJ said, yeah, that's my bad. Also, what's the refs over under right now? That's great. Yeah. I had a slide, I think, that made a few people mad when I was breaking down the games. I had the box scores and it was, Texas 14, Chiefs 13, refs 10. Yep. Look, Chiefs get a home game. Good for them. I think that the referees, the officials, are going to be on high alert. I think they are definitely aware of the scrutiny that they're going to be under for this game. So I'll say, boohoo, Texans fans, the refs don't care who wins. Des caught it, right? Right, Total Dallas? Justin Swiffer said, has Patrick become a villain to anyone outside of KC? Pretty much. Pretty much. I think that's what's happened is the Chiefs have supplanted the Patriots. They have taken the crown and the throne as the most hated team in football. That's what happens when you win, and when you win often, and when you become the quarterback that gets all the calls, or gets phantom calls, or gets the benefit of the doubt, as Patrick Mahomes does. Oh, look, told else. He did catch it. The refs just missed. Sit your ass down, man. Sit your ass down. So, yeah, I honestly, let's be real clear. This is not, and as long as I've been doing this, I have never, ever, ever let my fandom speak for my predictions, my analysis, or my breakdowns. Ever. If you watched that game last week, Texans Chiefs, the Texans defense was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, they gave up some big chunk plays. But they also were fighting with the one hand tie behind their back. The 10 points, and you can call this however you want to call this. You can call me whatever you want. I don't give a fuck, but you're wrong. Because the fact of the matter is, Will Anderson Jr. was called for a penalty that didn't exist, that extended a drive that ended in a field goal. Those 3 points shouldn't have mattered or shouldn't have counted. They should have been punting. Instead, they got a field goal. So that was a defensive stop. And the, what was it? Unnecessary roughness against Mahomes on the scramble. That drive should have ended there. And instead, that was the one where the two Texans collided with each other when he was just dancing around and waited to the last second, and then fainting goat collapsed and the Texans ran into each other. Didn't hit him at all. He collapsed. They throw a flag, 15 yards, extends the drive that ends up in a touchdown instead of them punting. So that's 10 points. So that defense really gets those two stops. I'm not excusing the offense. 8 sacks, missed field goal, missed extra point. You're gifted 2 points on that safety. I'm not excused, but that defense shut that Chiefs offense down. They were gifted 6 points, 10 points. Actually, they were gifted 13 points. The 10 points from the referees and special teams gifted them their opening field goal. So if you really want to break it down, that game ended 23-14, right? It should have been 23-12. Subtract the 10 points that they were given on bullshit calls, and it now goes from 23-13-12. And subtract that opening field goal that special teams shit the bed on, plus the 15-yard dumbass penalty. But the Texans defense put sand in their shorts. They held them to a field goal. Well, that 23 goes to 13, and that 13 goes to 10. 10. The Chiefs actually mustered up 10 points of offense. Go look at the stats. Go look at the stats. Go look at what the Chiefs put up in the box score. The Texans offense, as shitty as it was, as bad as it was, still outgained the Chiefs offense. 8 sacks, blah, blah, blah. Say what you want. They still outgained the Chiefs offense. And the Texans defense was way better than the Chiefs defense. Given all that they had to overcome and all the stops that they got that they really weren't given. At the end of the day, I think the Texans outplayed the Chiefs except on special teams. And that was the difference. But offensively and defensively, the Texans outplayed the Chiefs. Overall, there were big plays. Kelsey had his moments. Mahomes had his moments. But so did Joe Mixon. So did Nico Collins. So did C.J. Stroud. But Ka'imi Fairbairn shit the bed. The Texans special teams shit the bed. The Texans O-line shit the bed. The defense did not. And I say all that to say this. The Chiefs have been getting lucky all season. A doink here, out of bounds on the kickoff that leads to a missed field goal because of bad field position there, or a made field goal that would have been missed had it not gone out of bounds there, or a blessed call here. Like, this team has gotten lucky over and over, and a blocked field goal to win a game. When you could see on the sidelines, they were like, oh shit. It's just been one miraculous win after another. They're gifted 10 points in the playoffs. They get special teams return, which, hey, give them credit. But at the same time, how often does that really happen? Texans special teams has been amazing all year, until one opening kickoff. Ka'imi Fairbairn has been great. Missed one extra point all year. He waits until now to miss his second one. That's not the Chiefs' fault. I'm just saying, they've been getting lucky. You can't get lucky in the AFC title game. I think the luck runs out. The Bills, Josh Allen, that team, they're just too good. They're too good. Jaime Del Greco is fucking hilarious, Dre. Oh my God. God, dude, you just bring back a ton of memories. The Chiefs' luck runs out on Sunday. I believe that. You've got to play a perfect game to beat Buffalo. I mean, many thought the Ravens were damn near unbeatable because their defense was playing better. They had the 1-2 punch of Jackson and Henry. Add Flowers to the mix. Offense looked unstoppable. No one believed in that Bills defense. If the Bills defense can stop Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I give him a shot against Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't been the best quarterback in football like he has every year previous. He's great in the playoffs. He's great in the playoffs. So maybe. But I just think the luck runs out. I do. Oh, man, in Seattle said, did they though? Yeah. They did enough. I know. Mark Andrews dropped a ball. That game should have been tied. I know. I get it. There was a drop pass that did him in. No, I get that. I get that. But that ties the game. Hear me out, old man in Seattle. Hear me out. Because I knew this was going to come up. We didn't talk about the game on this show too much. It ties the game. With 1:33 left. And you give Josh Allen the ball. Yeah. Josh Allen's getting that team at least in field goal range. I just believe Josh Allen gets them in field goal range. Now, you can't guarantee that he makes it. But I just kind of feel like, I mean, Baltimore's defense wasn't great. But it's a tie game. not going ahead. And even if it was, it wasn't by more than 3. All Allen had to do in a minute 33 was get them in field goal range for the win. Josh Allen, whom we think is probably going to be MVP, or I think. I think they were winning that game no matter what. So they did enough to beat the best offense in football. A defense that a lot of people just didn't believe in. So, no, I get you. I got you. But at first I was like you. I was like, because I'm watching the post game and Josh was like, our defense really stepped up. I'm like, did they? Mark Andrews really stepped down. And I was like, well, I mean, they probably still do win. So, Titan Hugo said, but hasn't the saying always been, if you're not cheating, you're not trying? No. Yes, that's the saying. But it has nothing to do with the refs helping you. It has to do with putting some cork in your bat, putting some rosin in your glove. But it has nothing to do with getting phantom calls from the refs. New York not reviewing calls when they clearly should have. Clearly. There were several calls. I was stunned. I really thought, guys, when I'm watching the game, I really thought maybe they don't do quick reviews in the playoffs. I really thought that. I was shocked to find out that that's still in play in postseason because I thought, oh, maybe that's not a thing. Maybe that's only a regular season thing. I really thought that was the case, and that's why they weren't doing them. Because I'm like, well, this clearly is a quick review thing that New York will do and go, oh, no. You guys need to stop play. That wasn't this or that wasn't that. It should be Texans ball or a punt or whatever. Nope. Clearly not. So, I can't find the fucking pen to write in this notebook. So I'm going to go. What did I say Eagles score was? Philly, Washington was 24-21. I'm going to go KC Buffalo final score 31-20. Buffalo. Yeah, I said it. 31-20 Buffalo. Fuck 'em. What up, Perry? Good to see you, buddy. If Troy Aikman's blind ass figured New York would review, but they didn't, that says something. Yup. Should be new rule if you're a QB and you don't run out of bounds, you're now a runner. Give me Troy in the booth over TV12 every day of the week. Yeah, he's turned into a good one. Yeah, they've got to do something about that. They really do. They really do. Either the QB, all bets are off, or I don't know. Donna said, I'm good with that score. Alex said, yeah, fuck Patrick. My bitch. All right. That's it. We done. Hey, man. I think I got everything in. I didn't get the spats and all that, but we got a lot in. It's 5:20. Been doing this show for 3 hours and 8 minutes. And yeah, 2 roughing the passers, both were bullshit. Exactly. Both were bullshit. Not to mention the bullshit where he was running the ball. A bunch of bullshit. Oh man, Seattle, sir. Much love, buddy. Alec, be safe, brother. Tell me where I need to look for that address, by the way. Did you? Yes, ma'am, Donna. Private hour coming up. I did not forget. Joe Pro, see you cool kids in a few. Yes, sir. We doing it. Heartthrob. He said, hey, B, go to Amazon and rent a movie called Sweetwater. It's like $4 to watch. I think you'll dig it. If this is porn, Heartthrob, I swear to God, I will thank you later. All right, I will see you guys on Monday, man. Y'all enjoy the weekend of foosball. Make sure you catch up on some basketball.
News BTW. It's
In the meantime, do me 3 favors, huh? Would you please be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. Don't forget the no-call hip drop on Dalton. Oh yeah, that too. Lots of no calls, just as much as there were calls, phantom calls. Betting news, you got it, pimpin'. You got it, Alec. And I see you. I will check Twitter for the address. I got you, homie. Got you. Tyler. Sir. Good to see you, pimpin'. All right, for the rest of you that are Patreon members, we got one more hour of private stuff. We're going to do one more hour of a private show for all the Patreon members who support this show financially and make sure it keeps going. So look forward to that. We'll have some fun. We'll do some shenaniganal stuff. I just made up a new word, shenaniganal. There you go. All right. I'll see you guys in that hour, or I'll see you on Monday. Whatever. Have a good one if I don't see you in an hour. Titan Hugo said 38-17 KC. KC will not have the turnovers Baltimore had. Without them turnovers, Baltimore wins. All right. We'll see. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Much love, everybody. Hey, we're rating, so if you're on Twitch, oh my God, my voice just cracked again. Let's do the raid. Here we go. Betting news. Betting news. Yes, it is. Betting news it is. Here we go. All right, we're rating betting news. Unless they're going off the air like last time. Yep, here we go. All right. Say hi to the boys. Much love to them. Show them some love. Show them that Barry on Deck love. Book of Chew's already over there. Dope. Dopeness. All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in the next hour or Monday. Goodbye. Eddie's making a YouTube video.